press some buttons. Cool. Okay, we are going to be playing Minecraft pixel art today.
I'm opening my Streamlabs to see.
I'm afraid.
What if streams it instead, though? Here's an idea.
There is no evading this curse. This is also for my laptop, so when I get my computer, hopefully this will be fixed or something. I don't know. I don't know. This was way better back in.
Jen, what if someone else? Jen, what if someone else does the streaming?
I don't want to put that kind of pressure on anyone else. That's.
Socks, are you muted?
No, I don't know what happened. My audio just went like kaput for a second.
So yes, once I can actually hopefully when I get my computer back and I don't know, just get a better package for networking because I am having an upload speed of like 0.7 or 0.8.
Not great.
No.
Yeah, so maybe we're gonna deal with that. In the meantime, welcome to Enter the Gungeon, just monopixel edition.
Yeah, for your own benefit, just do yourself a favor and just like minimize this and be doing something else visually in the background.
Yes. This is for anyone watching this. Actually, you might just listen to this. Thankfully, this time we're not gonna have any hiccups during the audio. So.
If you want me to stream it, I can. I got it. I got OBS open.
And are we pixeled as fuck or?
Yes, we're pixeled as fuck.
No, on your side, Socks.
I mean,
no.
It's an option.
No, you're not. You're not like. Well, you are on Dunstream right now, but I'm not. I don't have. I'm not streaming. Like Jen's still the one streaming.
So we wouldn't know whether we get pixelated until we actually gave it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And in addition to that, like, if I want to stream anything else, I would need someone else to do so. I would prefer if I can fix this on my own. It's tough.
Oh, your token's not on the map yet, Lupus. So or Aqua. So that's why you can't see anything at the moment.
Yeah, that's a problem. Don't worry. That is easily fixable.
Well, he wasn't here last time.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. That's why Lupus is. There we go. Should be able to see stuff now.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So do we want to stream from Sox's side of things until you get the desktop sorted out, or do you want to continue with what we've got?
For this session, because there will be no combat probably, I'm fine with it just being audible.
Theater of the mind. Okay, cool.
Theater of the mind, there's a map, but no one else can see it, apart from you guys, so...
Alright.
Indeed. Well, that's the case. Let us proceed further into this shit show
That's a mood.
Yeah. Okay, you have last time entered into the crypt and managed to defeat its previous occupants after facing off some of the traps that they had laid out for you, facing off against a few animated suits of armor, and defeating a shadow dragon, with the assistance of a sea elf who left after acquiring what they came for in the tomb. With that in mind, you find yourselves now into the into the insides of the room behind the main crypt, and after the battle has been finished, your wounds ever present. What is your first immediate action?
I guess I'm going to have to call him to our goat next time I see him.
No, darling, I think you can still call him one-eyed goat. He does hide it.
Right, but you got to now.
What if you called him Seagull?
I guess, yeah. Although I've never seen him at the sea. Maybe he doesn't like it. With that, Grimthod will start moving towards the dragon's corpse. As he moves off, he goes, "Oh, do you guys want anything from the body?"
I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a trophy myself. I'm going for the big one over there. But yeah, if you don't want teeth or clothes or a bit of the wind or something like that.
We could probably get a decent price on the scales.
Oh, scales, right.
Or we could try to. Well, we can either try to sell them or make armor of them or pay for someone else to make armor of them.
Oh, they're good for armor?
I don't know, maybe they are. It
I'll give
seems
it a
like
shot.
a thing that could be.
Alright. Yeah, go get salvaging then. So, Grimthod is going to start trying to harvest the corpse.
Okay, so you return.
While you're doing that, can you get me the heart, please?
Yeah, no worries. Don't drink his blood. Remember,
No,
because
I
like
won't.
last time, cursing all that.
I remember.
You return back to the crypt, and as you see the corpse of the shadow dragon laid on the floor, you do see a moment of the black smoke that emanates from it, whirling and swirling off of its body as if it is nothing more than just a moat, like water coming down to the river. You see this white fog come flowing freely from the wounds of the dragon and swirling all the way up to the ceiling as if getting stuck to it. As you're approaching the shadow dragon to perform harvesting services, give me a moment. I'll tell you exactly what check I will need from you.
Sure.
Okay, I am going to need a nature check, Grimthod.
Nature.
Yes.
Okay, I'm bad at that.
Why not survival though?
Yeah, I was hoping survival.
No. Survival is for like an animal. This is a shadow dragon. Nature is required. Yeah, guy, you touch Grimthod in the back, and with the divine guidance of Corey, you begin to look into what is actually worth a damn on this thing, which is also difficult because it comes from the Shadowfell. This is not a beast. It's just, oh, there's a claw. I can use this. Obviously.
Give me a sec. So that's an unnatural 20.
Hey.
Fantastic. With a -2 on that.
Thank you, Trust!
Anytime.
Oh my god, that was like an 18 on the dice and then a 4 on the guidance. Holy shit.
We out here.
So, first of all,
Ah.
regarding the material you gather, you gather modes of shadow.
Okay.
You can,
Do those go in a bottle or what?
you can, if you have a sack or a bottle, yes, of course.
Okay.
With your 20 nature, you know that this, if you were a master craftsman, like a master alchemist, you could craft them into a potion of shadow melding. In Grimthod's mind, I suppose the best way to explain this would be that, well, when it comes to dragons, sometimes their blood can be used into creating potions that share resistances to the element the dragon would breathe. It is told in ancient fables and tales of warriors drinking the blood of fallen dragons and them momentarily having a robust resistance against the element for a brief period of time. There have been many an orc who have killed a red dragon, claimed to be invisible to fire, only to throw themselves into a pyre and be completely surprised when they burn to death, like a few days later.
Oh, why isn't it working anymore? Fuck!
But basically, the potion of shadow melding, for out-of-game information, for characters with like an intelligence of 15 or higher, basically, it grants a resistance to damage that isn't force, fire, or radiant for 1 hour, with the requirement that the user is in dim light or darkness, much like the shadow dragon's innate shadow melding ability.
That'd be very good for Trust.
Oh fuck yeah, definitely because invisible. How to make the tiefling a barbarian? Also, you get a pair of shadow dragon wings.
Nice.
You can use them as
Those are big.
they are massive. You can use them as a blanket for now.
Cool.
They can also be mastercrafted. So like a leather worker could spend a few days on this into a cloak of shades. What this is, Trust would probably be more attuned to explaining this to Grimthod, but basically it is a cloak that grants resistance to necrotic damage, as it uses the dragon's leathery wings to repel the element of the dragon's hide. And also it gives you the ability to fly for like 3 seconds.
I mean, wait, hang on, that's half a round.
Yes.
The flying barbarian. Oh my god.
It is like a shadow.
So
It's like a shadow dash. You can move up to 40 feet as part of your move action in a turn. But once you've done this, you can't do so again until a day has passed. In addition, you harvest the Shadow Dragon tail. Right now, the bones of the tail, you can use the entire thing as a +1 whip.
Nice.
Oh my god, we literally did cut off the tail and get the weapon. Holy shit.
Yes.
Are you getting the heart as well, Grimthod?
Can
Well, we'll see what Jen says.
for the sake of this, can any of you give me like a history, intelligence, or general like history, arcana, religion, or general intelligence check, just for the sake of it, all of you? Because I don't want to explain this in character, because I don't think any of you would know this otherwise.
Gonna leave that to the smart people. Like, it's just smart people.
24.
Great. Fuck.
12.
Okay,
My
so
history and arcana are the same, so. Meh.
Kiki, you would know. Dragons store a lot of their innate magical effects in a few organs that they have on their body. The tail is not as useless as a lot of people might think, because it holds a lot of the backup fluid necessary for the dragon to maintain its coolant. Imagine it like literally a coolant for the resistances that the dragon has innately. All of the necrotic resistance that the dragon has, the shadow dragon, it is originating from an organ that spreads throughout the tail. You know that an alchemist, who is a master craftsman in their craft, can make a potion of necrotic immunity by using the tail's extracts. This does make the tail a non-magical whip.
So,
Moving on, can you roll me 2d4?
okay. 4. Perfectly average.
The Shadow Dragon's claws. The claws do maintain, with your 20, they maintain part of the necrotic energy that the dragon had. Each of them is a magical dagger, that its magical property is that it deals an additional d8 points of necrotic damage on hit. You have exactly 4. Unfortunately, you can't use... you don't have enough harvested to really use them into any further crafting capabilities. It is important to note, the necrotic damage caused by these daggers ignores necrotic resistance, but not immunity.
So that's a dagger with plus 1d8 necrotic on it, yeah?
Yes. Those are Shadow Dragon claws. Shadow Dragon claw daggers, basically. Next up is the fangs. Can you also roll me a d10, if you would be so kind?
D10, okay. 1d10, gotcha. Oh. 3.
Well, the fangs themselves, much like the daggers, are like magical sword swords you can wield in battle. Yep, that deal their own d8 points of necrotic damage.
So that's 3 of those?
Yes. Can you give me all history checks?
Everyone.
Yes. Because there is a neat fun fact about dragon.
Nice.
Cool. Trust.
Dirty 20.
There are ancient fables and tales of shadow dragons being able to spawn shadows. through their influence in the land. And looking into these fangs, you can theorize that should this be planted, a few days later, a shadow shall grow from the tooth if it has been used to kill a sentient humanoid creature. You know that this dragon has eaten many souls, so each of these daggers, should they be planted, after a few days, should spawn a shadow. It is not controllable. It will just be a shadow that just is spawned to protect a specific area. Not necessarily.
That's good to know.
Last. Oh no, almost last.
Secret.
I can't believe you rolled a 20 on that. It gives you everything. I'm so upset.
Trust rolled a 20, I rolled fucking 3.
You get the strip of Shadow Dragon hide.
Oh, yeah.
This acts as a blanket. But it can also be mastercrafted with leather workers' tools into the equivalent of one of the following of your choice: study leather armor +1, scale mail +1, splint armor +1. The armor does require attunement, and it grants you the ability to burrow into the ground with a burrowing speed of 30 feet.
So, that is, it can be made into split armor, scale mail, or what was the third one?
Splint armor, scale mail, or studded leather armor. Basically, you have the ability to no-clip while you wear this armor.
Very good.
Just T-poses and starts clipping through the fucking ground.
Then there are the scales. Can you roll me a d10? And if you're so kind, also a d2.
A D2, okay.
A d10 and a d2.
D10.
For
10.
fuck's sake!
Was it slash roll 1d2? 1.
Okay, so 10. This is a young dragon. Most of the scales are already losing a lot of their magical property just for the sake that it is dead, but you managed to gather 10 magical ones that do maintain their power. They don't have any immediate use. If you had 25 of them, you can mastercraft them into a shield that grants necrotic resistance to you while you bear it. Into a shield made from the scales of the dragon. So if you find another shadow dragon, harvesting their scales will be real profitable.
So, 10 dragon scales.
10 shadow dragon scales.
Shadow dragon scales. Cool. Question. If you were to take, say, 10 from a shadow dragon and then the 15 from some other type of dragon, would they be craftable together?
No, a shadow dragon. If they were a shadow dragon, it doesn't matter what color they would be. So long as it would be a shadow dragon, universally, yes. But if they were like a bronze dragon and a red dragon, it wouldn't work.
Okay.
There is two, especially with chromatic dragons. The elements, they don't fit together.
Well, it would just look cool, but it wouldn't do anything.
I just want to know, my inventory at the moment is motive shadows, 2 shadow dragon wings, a shadow dragon tail, 4 shadow dragon claws, 3 shadow dragon fangs, 1 strip of shadow dragon hide, and 10 shadow dragon scales. That is ridiculous.
Wait, and lastly, you managed to harvest. Oh my God. You managed to harvest the one of the eyes of the shadow dragon.
Eye of the shadow dragon. Okay.
What about the heart?
Give me a moment, for fuck's sake. When held in your hand, while you hold the dragon's eye, which is as big as like a glass sphere of about like 3 inches.
Makes sense.
While you hold it, it grants you advantage on charisma checks made to influence dragons.
Oh, interesting.
If you find a jeweler who's a master craftsman, you can craft it into an amulet of draconic majesty that requires attunement. While attuned, you can cast suggestion with a save DC of 20 once per day. However, the target of the spell must have the dragon tag.
Okay, so anything draconic, basically. So if I'm talking to a dragonborn, it'd work.
Yes. But yes, this is a powerful trinket for users who want to influence dragons.
Cool.
And I want to also specify, yes, Gavarians. Oh.
Oh, they have tons of these. They've got these out the butthole. This is just like what everybody wears, you know? It's the fashion.
Yeah. So after harvesting the dragon for all it's worth, You have a pretty respectable haul on your hands.
Okay.
Of materials.
So, 3 things I do want to ask about, because I feel like these are important specifically for, not for like mechanical stuff, but just for party, like party flavor. Is it possible to harvest the heart for Kiki?
Yes.
Okay, I get that for Kiki, even if it has no like utility to it. I just give that.
You harvest the beating heart of the shadow dragon. It is still beating, even after the creature has been dead.
You're going to have to get like a shack for it again. You know the way that before you had to get a shack and then cash with the thing to make it stop bleeding and stuff.
Yes, exactly. Is it like dripping shadow blood or?
It is dripping motes of shadow that disperse like harmlessly a split second after they drip.
So if you were to put it in a bag, it wouldn't soak the bag. It would just make it'd be like black gas coming out of the top.
Yeah, more or less.
Cool. All right, that was thing 1. Thing 2, I want the horde as a trophy, as proof of killing this thing. Obviously, I've got teeth and claws with those.
And the eye.
Useful, but the horns, and the eye. But yeah, the horde's just like a trophy for status-based kind of thing. If I can't get the horde, that's fine. I'm just asking if it's possible.
The horde of the dragon?
Yeah.
What's stopping me?
If it's already been destroyed by combat or what have you.
So you inspect the gold. The first thing that you notice.
No, the horn, not the horde.
Oh, the long horn.
Yeah.
As the dragon fell into the ground through your WWE maneuver last session, with the great axe still embedded in its skull, might I add.
Okay.
The horn is large and it is an ivory bone horn. You can break it, yeah. To keep it for yourself as a trophy. It has a value monetary, but otherwise doesn't have much of an otherwise effect due to the fact that the blue dragon that this dragon once was has lost a lot of its lightning capabilities due to the Shadowfell's influence.
This is purely because this is a bigger kill than any of the other things that Grimthod had a trophy for, and he traded away all of his old trophies, so he's getting new ones. And the last thing, and this is purely because I've already stripped off its scales and its hide and everything, I'm gonna get some bones for Koda.
You harvest.
Roll me. I feel like you'd appreciate.
Roll me 3d6.
3d6. Okay. Had that. 14 bones!
Another 14 rib bones, leg bones, head bones, neck bones, and all manner of other bones for Koda to just have fun with.
A little bit of spine, a little bit of toe.
Horrifying. Each of these bones can be used as a club.
I got a better one.
In addition,
I presume my wooden club is better than this.
Yes, it is. Because it's a handmade weapon. These are just bones.
Yeah. This is just bones, yeah, no. But this is purely just like, I want to give Koda a present.
Yeah,
I know what he's about.
I can respect that. In addition to all of that fun stuff.
Oh yeah, Novi's in the chat. Hey Novi, I got your bones.
I got you bones. I don't think I'm questioning whether to start with the gin right now.
Is there anything in this room that we're currently standing on?
Oh, roll an investigation check.
Okay. Investigation, where's that? Oh, proficient with it, I forgot. Oh, it's an unnatural 20.
Reach for the gym.
The first thing you notice is there are a few books scattered on the side by a red chair, right next to a bookcase. There's also a red bed and a shelf with some other books next to the teleportation circle. Inspecting the books, they are books of literature, books of history. They are all about different important events of war that has taken place over spanning the last few centuries. Nothing that interesting at the first glance, except one of the books. As you're inspecting them, you notice that it has a key inside. Investigating the space further, you notice that behind one of the other books on the bookshelf, there is a tiny little lock. As you open the lock, behind it is an empty space housing, currently, a vial of black swirling liquid. Opening the cork, you can smell it is very foul.
Oh. Well, I think I found one of the potions.
Really? Hack.
You hear it as you see one of the wings just
Boom.
collapse on the floor. As you cut the wing, you do notice that, like, the white smoke, Grimthod, that's coming out from the wounds, like, expels, like steam from a cook pot. It goes.
I think this thing is cooking itself after it died.
You're doing a great job, Grimthod. Keep going.
Thanks.
Kiki, you have seen this vial before.
Mm.
It is the same. It is the same kind of liquid as the vial that Crackles had presented to Grimthod.
Oh.
Oh. That's funny.
Does anybody want resistance to motes of necromancy? It's a good time.
In addition,
once trust gets packed, I will give it to her to safekeep.
In addition, all the books you have found, this is all knowledge from the past few centuries. Not necessarily you have known about. A lot of these battles are not really big battles. They are more skirmishes between lower and less reputable people. People who, in Magian specifically, usually are taken under the moniker of, like, brigand, traitor, or deserter.
So nothing like that particular. Just some little scoffing here and there.
Scoffing? Oh.
Hello?
Sure. No, I didn't hear the last part you said.
So like hold up. So like nothing like really that particular or notable, just some scoffing here and there.
Yeah, it appears that whatever was worth anything, probably the figure has taken before they left.
Well, there doesn't seem to be anything that interesting in this room, so I suggest we go see the treasure hoard next.
Are you going to be presenting the bottle to Trust?
Yes.
Okay.
Trust, I found this bottle that Grimthod, I think it's the same one that Grimthod had to drink earlier, like way back. It smells really bad. Don't drink it right now.
Oh, okay. Thank you, darling. I appreciate it.
I think you just won't get take as badly damage from necrotic.
Interesting. That would be rather useful.
Well, shall we go see what's in the treasure hoard?
Oh, I've been waiting for this moment. Yes, let's go see what we can salvage.
You return to the main room. The first thing you notice, as you return, is that... Trust, you see that there is something in the ceiling, a swirl of white fog smoke, sort of. As Grimthod is, like, carving into the dragon, finishing by taking out the eye of the creature, you notice that with each cut and breaking of the shadow dragon, more of this smoke kind of emanates. Also, Lupus, you should be able to see now. As you are looking, you notice that the shapeless fog begins to actually take form into multiple looking spectral figures.
I see.
Kiki just like walking through like, this is just gold. I don't know, just a fucking sword.
Kiki?
Yes. Yes.
Does Kiki see it?
You point to it?
I'm pointing out the spectral glowing shenanigans, yes?
You do see Kiki on the ceiling, the spectral forms swirling and twirling in the ceiling. Where you would expect the visages of these ghosts to be grim and judgeful, you do notice that most of their visages are either now forming into smiles or more neutral expressions.
Well,
Lubis is just walking in like someone just woke up. I felt like I have a hangover.
Welcome back to the world of the living.
well, hello there in the ceiling.
You notice
I don't know what to say to ghosts.
a single form of these spectral figures kind of descends from the ceiling. What appears to be an elven ghost, spectral in form. Most of the skull features are very visible, rather than the elvish physique. The lower part is completely dissolved into fog. Only the upper torso and arms remaining. The eyes are hollow, missing, and most of the hair has been degraded. The clothing it wears appears to be that of a previous era of fashion. Some of you might say tasteless, but it's a ghost. Can't help it.
We don't judge the dead, darling.
The ghost descends from the ceiling, having its hands clasped before its chest. And as it speaks, its voice takes about a second to arrive into your ears as if it is carried by the wind. You have given us pause from the torment within the belly of the beast. My lineage is now free to return to the rest. Though we may not be able to leave this tomb, its enchantments protect us. We shall finally find rest. If you could, I beg of you. And you see a single hand like clasping right beneath the neck. Take. And he gestures to the coins and glittering hoard that remains within the chamber. For it is only a welcoming expanse to those who seek and invite greed into our place of rest. I was a fool in life to want vanity to remain within the next life. So please, if you are to read us of this, I would be forever grateful.
So just to clarify, he's telling us to take his money, right? Like,
Yes.
that's what he's saying?
Yes, he is.
Oh, cool.
Can you Jen, can you lower your like input sensitivity, because I like got some of it but not some parts, and I think it's because you were talking so quietly.
Certainly, that can be done.
So he's okay.
We will do what we must, darling. May Corey guide you to a better place.
I cannot leave this tomb. The enchantments that protect me from the duty give me pause to rest.
Where are these enchantments located?
He points with a skeletal, long-fingered hand over towards one of the two coffins in the middle of the room. right beside Trust. Within
You can destroy.
the ghost smiles. Unless if you wish me to be thrown into the tournament, I would appreciate it. To remain here to rest.
But what are you talking about?
The visage of the ghost loses its smile. It is duty that calls us to fight on. We have denied it, for we have been protected from the animation. Here within our crypt, the enchantments keep us safe.
Wait, so are you saying the dead people have to go to the tournament?
In life, I signed my own soul to fight on in the tourney. It draws in the lost and gives them purpose. To prepare for the descendants into the black abyss. That is what the priests, the evangels in the church claim. But I am not ready for my duty yet. I would rather wait.
Do you think Mako and Borealis also ended up in the tournament?
Oh, dear.
The spectral figure gestures the coins. If you please, you may take what you want. Disturb not the coffins, for our bones lay within. And they are very likely going to be displeased to the new open air. Although our souls are detached, our corpses might still linger with movement, even after all this time.
Of course, we won't open the coffins.
If you wish to take from these items, most of us are free to relinquish them. Some, he points to some of the forms in the room that you notice this white motes of fog kind of lingering above some of the items in the treasure piles. Some might not be so eager to abandon their previous life behind, but I am certain they will so understanding.
Okay.
How long has been the tournaments going on? Actually, how long ago did you die?
Time is not something that I keep track of anymore. There is no time in the afterlife. There is only peace.
Judging by their clothes, how long ago do I think they died?
Make a history check.
Okay.
You see Lupus just in the background uncorking his like flask as he's looking at the ghost and taking a chug.
Just like.
Yeah. Like, shit, I'm not paid enough for this. 16. This is clothing that predates about 800? 900 years? Could be more.
Do you know, does the tournaments reach does it go to Magiana as well?
The figure pauses. Is it rich not? Is it rich finite? I do not know. But if it does, I can feel its pull. Ever present. Like a tether, a cord. It pulls me to purpose.
Kiki kind of stops for a moment and just goes like, Trust, have you ever lost somebody in your life? Other than the people within our party, of course.
Trust is just like .exe has stopped working, and she's like, oh god. Oh no. You see her tail start to kind of twitch back and forth as
Trust is not the only one.
the whole like thought process is like,
You
oh
can see
fuck.
Rufus' fist flicking the stove while he's chugging the drink.
Kiki sits down for a moment and she just goes like, I don't want to fight my son.
Was your son a warrior?
No.
Few remain in the tomb.
Well, he was a scholar like me, but of course he got the training just as we all did.
Were they a scholar of the arcane?
Yes.
Could they use magic?
I don't know, did he?
He could use magic, yeah. He was, you taught him.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Kiki didn't really use magic before she made the deal.
Yeah,
And she didn't make the deal until he was dead.
He had at least apprenticeship like wizardry down.
Okay.
He probably was a lower ranking mage, if not. If
to a degree, yes.
If his skills were to be put to use in the tournament for the descent, then it is likely that now they are still there. If they have not been passed. I know little of the way that the Tournament of Champions works. The City of Monsters is not a place many go and return from. Alas, the rest beckons me, so please, if you have questions. You may ask. Turns towards you, Lupus. As you ask who knows more about the tournament, the figure kind of slacks its head to the side. The priests, they claim to speak the word of the judge, the masked one. It is likely they know. If not, then I fear that only the Oathbound do.
I just see Jess screaming in the chat.
Yeah, Jess is just going.
Yeah. Well, this has been very insightful.
Trust.exe is still shut down, by the way.
Yeah.
The figure nods. I owe to each of you a great debt of gratitude. Take what you may. And should the trespassers return, you watch some of the figures in the top of the ceiling descend as well. These phantom warriors pulling up spectral shields and swords. We shall await them with open arms.
I don't know what to say. Thank you for this information. Thank you for the offer.
I have to thank you. You have helped us in more ways than you can possibly imagine. Should the weapon that the elf attempts to reforge succeed, my lineage will be forgiven for the transgression of my forefathers, of breaking it in the first place. And you have also saved us from an eternity within the stomach of this vile beast. The gratitude is mine. Thank you.
Trust.
Internal screaming. Like her whole thought process is, I lost everyone. She like her whole immediate family is dead, including her younger brother, and she's just sitting there like, well, fuck. You know? And also, Kiki said she had a son, so she's still kind of processing that as well. So Trust is just kind of like, oh god.
See Jen just drinking in the corner, very pleased with himself.
Been sitting on this information like for a year.
I didn't even think that the tournament had been going for so long.
I'm going to have to fight everyone.
I didn't think I would have to ever face him again. I didn't think we would end up in the same plane in the afterlife.
He's a child. He couldn't possibly be fighting. They wouldn't be so cruel, would they? Everybody's broken.
Yeah, just screaming. at
Everybody's
me.
just talking to like on their own, just going like.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm so sad.
You
Grimthod
wish to
isn't here,
inspect
fuck.
the horde.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
like after like 5 minutes, or actually maybe 10 or 15 of like just.
Everybody just standing there like, oh.
So taking a moment
Then
of
we-
grim realization, you inspect the.
We need our emotional support, Grimthod, okay?
Yeah, fuck me, man.
You find
But
within
his
the horde.
power went out.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
That's probably the case. You find within the horde 9,006.
Trust is gonna like, yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, you could just starting to move towards the piles of coins scattered throughout the room.
Just like scoop it in the bag.
You find within 9,000.
Only the ones where the ghosts look okay and not Angie. We don't take from Angie Angie spirits.
Angie spirits. Avoiding some of the more Angie ghosts, you gather 9,620 copper, 1,813 gold pieces, and 2,385 silver. In addition, you find a slew of wonderful items, such as a pair of potions of healing, a spell scroll of false life, a potion of radiant resistance,
At some point.
Oh.
an elemental gem. I will be revealing those items as well in a moment. A ring of charming, a phasewood heavy crossbow, a pair of a lance and a shield, and a scimitar. Most of these items I rolled for. Some of them I didn't. Inspecting these items, you find that some of them do have a few ghosts hovering above them. What do you want to do next?
I just want to make sure we're not taking from ghosts that are upset. Oh, if they're like, don't touch my shit, we don't touch the shit. We leave the shit right where it goes.
Basically, once we've like gathered all the items that the ghosts don't seem to want to kill us for, I'm gonna use identify to see what they're doing, what the items do exactly.
Okay. So which item are you going for first?
I'm
So
also
all the
gonna
items
put all this
that
stuff in our group loot, and we can actually
Yes.
like divvy it up later.
yes. So all these items that are currently in the chat, the ghosts seemed okay for us to take them.
Most of them are, some of them are not.
Okay.
They-
Well, let's go from top to bottom. Let's start with the gem.
The elemental gem of emerald. This is a gem that contains a mode of elemental energy. When you use an action to break it, you can summon a water elemental as if you had cast the conjure elemental spell, and the gem's magic is lost as you break it. You free the elemental inside.
So it's one time use. Got
Yes,
it.
and no ghost has any qualms with you taking it.
Next up, Ring of Charming.
The Ring of Charming. The ring is crafted out of magical runes of enchantment, similar to those found in the Staff of Charming, reduced in strength to accommodate for the ring's size. While wearing this ring, you have 8 charges total, and you can use charges to cast the Charm Person, Command, and Comprehend Languages spells. If you're wearing the ring and fail a saving throw against an enchantment spell that targets only you, you can turn your failed save into a successful one. You can't use this property of the ring again until next dawn. If you succeed on a save against an enchantment spell that targets only you, with or without the ring's magic, you can use your reaction and expend 1 charge to turn the spell back on its caster as if you had cast the spell. Once all the charges are expended, the ring uses all magical properties and becomes a ring worth 100 gold. No
So it's again like 8 charges only, and when it's done, it's done.
Yes.
Okay. No ghosts seem angry.
No ghost seems upset with you taking the ring.
Okay. Crossbow.
All of this stuff, by the way, I just copied and pasted into the group loot, so we
Face
can actually
wood
like, divvy it
heavy
up after.
crossbow. The crossbow is made out of elderwood, harvested from trees in the elven-tended forests of Magiana. String is made from face spider silk, and the crossbow itself has been carved to have its front resemble an owl's head. You have +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this weapon. In addition, bolts fired from this crossbow are invisible while they travel towards their destination, materializing upon contact. And it also has the property Ether Volley. The crossbow possesses an innate connection to the weave of magic, directly linked to the ethereal plane. And this connection extends to any bolt fired from this weapon. When you make an attack roll, you may spend a spell slot of a 1st level or higher, but not higher than 5th, to imbue the bolt with magical energy, dealing an additional 2d4 damage if the spell slot was a 1st level, and an additional d4 for each level above 1st. Its ammunition is bolts, and if you use the crossbow to make an improvised weapon attack, you can do so. This crossbow does have a ghost hovering above it.
You seem to be very fond of this crossbow.
You look at the figure of the ghost that is hovering above the crossbow. It appears to be an elf, female in form, about 5'2" in height, sitting next to it. You could say so. I was. It was the first ever successful trade I did that actually had profit for me. I'm quite fond of this one.
I can definitely see why. But what if I could tell you? What if I could promise you that it would see more glorious battles up ahead if you would let us take this weapon?
I don't disagree. I'm not a warrior. I'm a merchant. And I want the person who uses the boat to have the same cunning wit that I do. I don't want the bow to be given to someone who has ill intent in their heart.
I look Lupus deep in the eyes. You heard her? Well, I will make sure that it will live for its use.
I don't doubt
And I
you.
hand it to Lupus.
As you go to grab the bow, you see the ghost kind of move along with it.
Okay, what about the lands?
Wait, what do you say, Lupus? You can't use magic. Then you can't use the ether property of the bow. If you don't have the spellcasting trait.
Not yet.
How many more multi-classes are you going to go through? Those levels in Wizard are gonna come in real soon. As you take the bow, the ghost says, "If you're going to be the bearer of this weapon, I would like to come with you."
Lupus, are you okay with the ghost following you?
The ghost touches your hand, and you feel a chill run down through your body as it disappears. You are now partially possessed by the ghost.
Ha!
You gain the following. Yeah. You gain the following part to your flaw. When it comes to earnings, I try to keep a bigger sum than most of myself, or keep track of our overall success on my own. I don't part with my earnings easily, but I am willing to help a friend in need for a favor in the future.
Damn.
So you just became a greedy bastard.
You just became a greedy bitch. Holy shit.
Well, okay, so what about the lance of the shield?
This is why I'm in charge of the group.
As you
God damn.
As you're inspecting the lance, the lance itself resembles a lance that can be wielded with both one hand and two hands. You gain a +1 bonus to damage and attack rolls made with it. This weapon has the heavy property, but is uniquely balanced to function well in close quarter combats. Attacking a creature within 5 feet of it doesn't impose disadvantage. If you're attuned to the shield, you can wield this weapon with one hand instead of two, while also holding the shield. As for the shield is also unique. It has a rune of magic in its carving in the front, and the shield belonged to Servarian, a noble knight, who sort of bravely through the battles on ice, sand, and swamp. While holding the shield, you ignore non-magical difficult terrain and have a bonus +1 to AC. This bonus in addition to the shield's normal AC. Both items are from the Griffin's Saddleback. Wonderful people. And it is also protected by a ghost. You see the visage of an elf clasped in phantom armor, having duplicates of the shield and the lance on its hands.
So, you must be Servarian.
Huh. Servarian was the name that I had in life, and the voice of the ghost echoes. But I am. I served the noble house Jandela in my life, and I died for it. And I would do so again if I could.
How fond of you are you with your lance and shield?
As fond as a lumberjack is with their axe. They were my weapons in life. They helped me through thick and thin. And together we have faced many foes, including the final one, a Cyclops sorcerer. A grievous fight, Alas, the beast lives on to this day. Regrettably, I fell, but what can I say? No one lives forever. If I am...
How do you?
No,
How
please.
do you feel? Discord delay. How do you feel parting with your equipment?
I would not mind, should they be used in the hands of capable warriors of truth and justice and law. Well, the only law that I believe in is the law of a good heart.
The law of what?
The law that lies within a good heart.
I look at
he's
Trust and
romantic.
I just turn to Trust and I'm like, do we know anyone who could want to use them and to actually do what he wants?
Trust is just like Grimthod. Grimthod.
He's not here right now.
He's not here right now, but Grimthod maybe, perhaps. Ashfall, perhaps.
Perhaps. He was a soldier, so maybe.
I am linked to both disarmaments. Should I be giving them out to someone, I would prefer that they use both. They were my weapons in life. And I would like to see them shine once again, breaking down.
I think that whoever. Sorry. I mean,
Oh.
whoever will get them in this life, I'm sure that they would also like to have it in. No.
I'm more of a bow and arrow kind of gal, though, I suppose. If we can't find anybody, I could possibly.
Time is no worry for a departed.
Well, we will most certainly make sure they go to somebody worthy, whose heart is pure and in the right place.
I do not doubt it.
Lupus, there is a reason I'm not bringing you up. You got a ghostly apparition already. You greedy bitch. You stay down. This is going to somebody else. You got your present.
Why are you pointing to the elf in such a manner?
Oh, this is sucks. Darling, don't worry about that. It's just he already has an item of which he can use that he got that was a little bit mystical. So I'm trying to make sure that this goes to somebody else who is not being greedy.
Oh, you must be speaking of my cousin. Of course, I would understand. Alanet was always a bit into the business, as you may say.
Well, I think we should hold off to decide for a moment,
Of course.
or hold off on the decision on who shall get them.
Do you mind if we put it in the bag of holding for now? You're free to adventure with us until we find somebody suitable, of course.
I appreciate your goodwill and your intent. I remember when I had a bag of holding. If it works as I remember it do, I wouldn't mind.
Well, that seems like a good deal then.
Excellent! Please open your bag.
Get it?
You open up the bag of holding and in short order, you see as you put the weapons in, the ghost kind of looks towards both of you with a nod, put a hand over its non-existent nose and jump into the bag of holding, being sucked into the ethereal space.
Well, that went better than yes. Then I look at the scimitar.
The Skyblinder's Scimitar. The blade is engraved with etchings of enchantments dedicated to its glass-like gems that are placed on the blunt end. Wielding the scimitar causes the blade to shimmer as if illuminated by sunlight. You gain a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls with this magical scimitar. While holding it, you gain a +1 bonus to spell attack rolls. If a flying creature you see within 30 feet of you makes an attack against you, you can use your reaction to hold the scimitar aloft and cause the blade to flare with light. The attacker has disadvantage on the attack roll and must succeed on the DC 15 Constitution saving throw or be blinded until the start of its next turn.
And does this one also have an angry ghost?
Not angry. You don't see any ghosts possessing this weapon.
Well, that's the thing, Lucas. I cannot use it. It's a martial weapon. I'm only.
I can use it. I can actually use it. Because I can wield
think it-
scimitars.
I cannot.
I would also remind you there are other people in the group that are not here right now, but
Yeah.
Yes. So, I feel like... Okay. So, who so far has what that I can take out of the group loot? Because so far everything is just in the group loot.
I believe Lupus wants to keep the bow.
I'll just eat that because he already got the flaw. Let's hold on to the scimitar. Let's hold on to the scimitar for now, and when we regroup with everybody, we can make an informed decision on who should receive it.
As you finish with the last of the horde, the spectral ghost behind you coughs politely as you stuff most of the coins within the bag. Your assistance here has been greatly appreciated. May your future hold a great life for you. May you welcome death with open arms.
I honestly don't know what to say.
Tessa's just like not. She's holding back her tears. She's not
Yeah.
crying, man. She's not freaked out. She's not traumatized. Everything is fine.
So, what do you want to do now?
Well, I think we should head out and start continuing our journey, should we not?
Yes, yes. I think that would be nice. Honestly, could use a drink right about now, and a nap.
And
I got a nap.
Are you leaving from the same way you entered?
Is there another way to leave?
There is a front door to this room that you have not gone through.
there is?
Yes.
What the fuck? Where?
Well, there's a teleportation circle, but I don't want to touch that.
I guess like
What?
it's like here.
Yep.
No answer.
Yep. Sorry.
Hello?
Yes. Can you not hear me?
I guess we go out the front door.
Am I not audible?
No, we didn't. Hear
Hello?
you, darling.
Oh.
Hello?
There he is.
Hi,
I
I've been
supp-
saying
is
yes.
This where the...
Yes, it is.
So I'm where the door is.
You're a bit of a buddy.
I think that's just for you, Silver, because he sounds fine to me.
Oh. Might be my interrupting.
So as you approach, the door is unlocked. You open it. Before you, you see a corridor.
Swear to God, if there's more fucking traps, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind.
Just with your passive perception, you can see that the walls right next to the literally 5 to 10 feet in front of you are riddled with holes.
Cool. There's more traps. Ugh. I don't think I have any more spell slots either, so I can't even like. Okay. Everything is fine.
I do have a. What was I about to say? I do have a quarter staff.
As we can. Let me see if I can what my ranger eyes can perceive. Tress is gonna look for the trap trick. Wait, I have spell slots left. 1 second. I have a single 3rd level spell slot left. I'm finding traps. Fuck it.
You detect there are traps in this room.
Oh. Oh lord. Yep.
Oh,
Real naturally.
this spell merely reveals that the trap
Yep.
is present.
Yep. Yep. Cool.
There are traps ahead.
I think I'm gonna have to go old. I think I'm gonna have to go old school and look and see.
Make a perception check.
I'm guiding myself. Holy. 25.
Well, I'll tell you what you see. You see there is a tripwire right in between the two stone statues 10 feet ahead of you.
Cool. I'm cutting the tripwire.
And there is also some markings about 15 feet in front of that where something has scraped on the floor. You can see that the floor behind that is tilted.
Okay.
That's a pressure plate.
You know, we could probably just walk back the way we came in.
And also before all of that,
Oh.
there is a bag in the middle of the room.
Lupus, you stay out here. Let me go first.
Wait,
Both of
hold
you.
on. Hold on.
Tress is gonna like she's gonna
Wait.
cut the tripwire first. She's not she's gonna like
Okay.
not go over it. She's gonna stay like in front of it and she's just gonna cut the tripwire.
So
Trigger
I saw,
that.
I saw the trust step, so I'm just gonna step forward. Trust, I could reach the bag.
Let me disarm the tripwire first and then.
No.
And
I could reach it from here.
Yes, but this is also the exit. We still have to proceed forward, so I'm just.
Yeah, make a sleight of hand check with advantage because you have seen the tripwire.
Yeah. And you know what else? Guidance.
So you gotta go. Guys.
11.
No way.
11.
Corey, please help
You
me.
take-
Fucking God.
Take a small dagger and you go to press on the tripwire. It is much sturdier than you thought it would be as you go to cut it, and you kind of like press on it. 11 is not enough. Can you give me dexterity
I'm
saving
like,
throw?
but she's behind it. She's not. Oh lord.
Wait, I need to make
no.
it too?
It is.
No, I think it's just me.
Oh no, hold up. The way we are right here, it is right there. The trip, right in between the two statues.
Yeah. So.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like here, but you guys are behind.
Yeah. You see us from the sides of the walls.
91.
Yeah, you see us from the sides of the walls. Each of these holes ejects what appears to be a wooden palisade spike.
Oh.
Unfortunately, you're not fast enough to go into the middle of the corridor to evade that, and you take.
Why is it that I can roll really high on history, which isn't a thing I'm good at, but the shit I'm supposed to be good at, like being a spy, being like this cool badass, I fucking get this. Roll 20, you're ruining my character.
You take 16 points of piercing damage as the pilot side ejects from the side of the walls. Then they retract just as fast as they came out.
Are you okay?
I am perfectly fine. Don't step on the wire. Trust doesn't even bother cutting. She's just like, don't step on it. And she just fucking steps over it. She says, fuck it. Just don't step on the wire, darling.
I could still just grab the bag and
The exit is this way.
Okay.
She's being stubborn.
You step
I'm
over
so
the
sorry.
you step over the wire, and trouble. Yeah. Are
Plus,
you?
can you?
I have just avoiding the pressure plates as you're moving out.
Yes, and she's like showing people where the pressure plates are, so she's like, mimic my movements, please. And she's like bleeding from like the nose and mouth and shit. She got like the little blood trail. She's like, I'm fine. This is perfectly fine. Everything is fine. This has been a day. I need alcohol, please. Let's. Oh,
Here, have some of this.
yes, thank you. Anyway, we're avoiding the pressure plates. We're moving forward.
Proceeding forward, you see that the pair of pressure plates are right in front of the little scar in the middle of the room, right around here. I'll point them out for you.
Okay.
Okay. So just stepping over the tripwire and there's like nothing right there.
Yes,
I'm
unless if
just
you wanna,
gonna do this for
unless you wanna step,
myself.
unless you wanna step on the tripwire and have Lupus just get impaled.
No.
No.
Cool.
No.
What are you going to do?
Proceed forward. Very safely.
Yeah, carefully.
Now, which way do we go? I can see. I think those are doors.
You see two pairs of doors. On one, right in front of you to the north, and another one to the south. You also see there is a third corridor that goes to the left.
So do we go up on the side or to the corridor?
Let's just go up and through. I have a feeling. Oh, there's a door there. God, why do you put things that I want to explore when we've got nothing? When we need rest, generous.
You went all the way through the secret side tunnel to make it to the other end.
Yeah, we did. He did say that.
At this point, you, I suppose you would hear some clattering rocks in the distance. Just a.
Oh fuck it, we're turning around. We're going through the secret side entrance. I am not. I hear clattering of rocks. I don't know if it's a person. I don't know what it is. I do not want to fight anymore. Turn around. We're going the other way.
You're turning this car around.
We're turning this adventure party around.
Okay. Are you trying to
We're going the safe way.
Are you trying to leave through the other way?
The way we came in.
Yeah, because I know that way's clear for the most part.
Are you sure?
Never mind. Jen made a
So-
face. No, I don't know.
I'm just like, sorry, not trust. Kiki's looking at Trist like, are you sure you're all right?
No, I'm not okay at all.
You know, I think if we stayed in the room with the spirits, we would be safe, since, you know.
We have to
can't
leave. We can't stay here forever.
No, but we can sit down for a moment.
This is is like, I'm so tired. I haven't slept in like 3 days. I'm hungry. I miss my mom. She doesn't miss her mom.
Okay.
I just want to get out of this place as soon as possible.
Okay, you're taking the way back, which is safe. Nothing stops you in the meantime, and you can exit through the way you came.
Okay, so while I'm like, when I'm standing like here, I'm just looking at Trust and I'm like, do you want me to grab the bag that is in the middle of the...
Oh, sorry.
I
I
don't
thought you.
know. It might be a trap.
I also have a feeling that it is a trap, so that's why I'm asking.
What
No,
if it
Lucas, I'm not asking
summons-
you.
What if it summons a monster?
Hold on.
There are
Actually, no, I'm not going to.
There are 4 other caskets in this room.
Well, we're not opening the caskets.
Okay. I'm not going to touch the bag. I'm not. I was thinking of just like lightly poking it, but no, I'm not gonna even go that far.
The mage hand
You say
cantrip is
caskets.
I do have it. That's why I was thinking it.
super useful for like doing a lot of things.
Yeah, but what if it summons something? That's my fear.
Then you're gonna have a wonderful time fighting that thing.
Yeah, exactly. When I don't have spell slots, Trust doesn't have spell slots, and it's only us three.
Oh, don't worry, Lupus has a bow.
I'm not gonna touch it. Generous.
Hmm.
So yeah, we're heading back.
We're
Okay.
leaving.
You exit from the and arrive safely to the outside hillock. And you
We see.
a major thing. There is scorched ground. The ground seems scorched. There is fresh blood on the floor. Lots of
Mr.
it.
Oinky?
Mr. Oinky is nowhere to be seen. This also includes Koda. You see heavy-
What about my horse?
You see your horses are also gone. You see heavy boot marks on the ground. Slashing marks as well. Scorched earth. Grounded earth. And a little
Just
little emblem on the ground. Where Koda,
does Koda know fireball?
you see a little emblem on the ground. An insignia.
Does it look familiar?
Not really, but it does have a small piece of parchment written under it.
Ooh, what does it say?
Give me a moment. I'll tell you right now. In fact, I think I will show you. The symbol is round, having 3 circles. 1 whole, 1 broken, and a triangle in the middle. What it says on the paper is a hand to act in its behalf, a pair of eyes to see the land, a beating heart that keeps it going, and so the triad is formed and grown.
We got him.
Behind that piece of paper, there is writing written in red. We have your shifter.
Trust.
Let's talk.
I have Koda.
I'm going to kill them all. Trust says that very, 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 very quietly under her breath, by the way. Just so we're clear. You would have to have like insane hearing to hear what Trust said.
You could make a stealth check if you want to really make it impossible.
I really want to make this hard. I'm
Okay.
guiding myself as well, cause fuck it.
Sure.
Angie.
Can I make? Actually, never mind. I can't. Pass that.
29 motherfuckers.
You see moths
With the
gathering.
natural 20, I couldn't hear that.
You see moths gathering in Trust's clenched fists, fluttering with malice. Fluttering with malice. That's a saying I never thought I would say.
Yeah. Again, Kiki just like slumps down.
Surviving is in the bag. You can't ask him for a favor. He's like,
No, I'm not letting Koda near. Not Koda. Lupus, he has his magic. He gets one spooky ghost apparition. Gotta save some for the others.
Save some for the others. And you stand there. What alone?
Just like when they found Mako's corpse, Kiki's just like buried her head in her hands, and she's just like, she's looking real desperate, like she's trying to think. Fuck, are we going to do? Also, I'm sorry if you hear like screaming in the background. I think we have quests over.
I don't hear anything.
Okay. Well,
Can't track them. There are tracks
they
on the floor.
can't be.
That's
Can't
a good
be far.
question. This
We-
isn't like
we
a
were-
favorite terrain.
We weren't gone for that long. Does it look like the tracks just disappear, or
No.
does it look like
It is just
they
difficult to see
just
them.
walked off?
It is just difficult to see them.
Okay.
If you want, you can make an investigation or survival check.
Why didn't I go into survival? I'm so dumb. Guidance. 12.
It might be because of the moment. As you're inspecting the tracks, your hands shaking. You feel a weakness on your knees, and you cannot focus right now. This is a lot. This is a lot.
This is too
Why is it? Why is it that every time somebody gets left behind, something happens, something bad happens? I don't know what we need to do. I don't know where we need to go.
I don't think we'll ever be safe until they're all dead.
Trust.
Yes.
So, can we give chase?
No, we can't.
Tress is too deep in the trauma. Her hands are shaking. She's unfocused. She's not tethered right now. She doesn't have anything to ground her to this moment.
It might be your thoughts. It might be your imagination. It might not even be real. It might just be a moment of grief. You it is faint, very faint, but you do hear a message.
Oh! Yes.
In this moment of unparalleled sadness, loss of direction, and, well, for Trust specifically, need of help, you hear a soft, delicate voice. I would like to talk. If you have time for a drink.
Always. I'm not crying right now, shut up.
You have a feeling in your heart that there is someone awaiting you. Be it far, be it close, there is someone awaiting for you in the next tavern you might visit. It is a feeling, intuition, might be just delirium, it's just a gut feeling. It might even just be hope.
We need to get to the next town. We need to get to a town as soon as we can.
Why?
I know it might be a bit ironic, but I just need you to trust me.
If you think it will help.
Another bit of irony, but I have faith it will.
I can't say I understand what you're trying to refer to, but I do trust you.
Let's go find a fucking town, man!
Okay.
Well, we do know that there's a town pretty close to us, but we don't have horses anymore. Which
Oh, shit,
sucks
we don't.
major ass.
Oh god. Fucking my heart right now, Lupus.
Lupus says, looking at you, Trust. If Borealis trusted you, I will too.
Her eyes glow a little bit, her tail starts to twitch. She's not crying. Shut up, you guys, whatever. Oh. Frick. Let's see.
He does offer you his mask.
I'm good, darling. I'm good. We have no horses. We are worn and weary. But I think we can make it. I think we can.
And you make your way over to the nearest place. Intriguing.
I guess we just start heading that way because there's like no way in hell we can just sit down for a moment. Oh, Jess, please do.
You're gonna have to find me first. You can make your way. You can make your way over towards the fort in the distance, or you could take a right and head for the keep nearby. But or you could just head for the road and continue making to the nearest town, which would be either the town of Lonardale, or you could head straight for the capital if you want to deviate from your route to Glavengrad.
So, looking at the map, where's my pointer? There it is. If we head this way,
Yes,
we
it
could
is
probably also.
Zeranel. It is only 30 feet away.
Yes, only 30 feet. We could probably find a lot of inns and taverns and places to get horses. Maybe some information since it's a big city.
Very well. That is closer. I just didn't know if you wanted to return there. Making your way
Well, we
through.
haven't.
I'll just take a moment to just roll something.
No, Jen, please stop rolling.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
You
What do you mean, okay?
make your way over towards Zevenel. It will be a day of travel, at least. Now that you are on foot, it would be an additional day. It'll take you 2 days of just footwork of making it there.
So, like, few days of walking?
Yeah.
So, like, what happened? Are Ashfall and Grimthod just kind of like with us, but not like here?
Oh, Ashfall and Griffith
Well, I
are
mean,
with you, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
because they were down there with us, and Lucas is, now in the center.
Koda got kidnapped.
And
Okay.
Mr. Oinky and the remaining.
Grimthod does
like,
not
2 or
look
3
happy.
horses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Can I reset my hit points and spell slots? No,
Yes,
right
because you will take a long rest. In the meantime, traveling through,
now? Thank you.
most of the road appears to be relatively clean of interferences. When you make your way over towards Zevenel,
Oh, sorry.
one of the largest cities in the entirety of the Magian Empire, also known as New Dwarvenholm. You arrive eventually at the walls of the great city. It takes you a few days of repeated walking, but I think most of you just keep to yourselves as you're making your way over towards Zeranel. There isn't much to say. It is a pretty difficult situation.
So, well, I mean, at one point, when we rest, I'm going to resummon River, since I do need to do that.
Okay.
So let me delete my last of herbs.
I have returned.
It's good to see you, buddy.
There is trouble in your voice. Are you sad?
Yes. Yes, actually. But if my students got kidnapped, and last time it happened, we found his corpse.
Then we will be faster. You see the little raven bird kind of as you're holding it, kind of nulls its head down on your palm.
I am also sorry that I couldn't give you your screeches before you were dropped, so you will get them.
It is understandable. My demise was only temporary, for I have infinite lives.
I just imagine it ruffle, the feathers just go yes, this is very good, while giving screeches.
Yep. You arrive eventually at the large walls surrounding Zeranel. Outside, you do see there is a little bit of activity. Some merchants selling things to some of the people who have set up tents outside the city. Appears that some poverty does not allow people to settle inwards or perhaps overpopulation. There are some dwarves that are living outside. Eventually, you have to make your way over towards one of the two main entrances into the fortified citadel. Not a difficult task as you enter. You are stopped at the gate by a pair of armored guards, enforcers of the Magistratum. Greetings.
Oh. Actually, yeah, never mind. I won't do anything. Hello.
Hello, darling.
Let me show you how an enforcer looks.
Oh.
They have pretty puffy helmets with metal armor, wearing owl masks over their eyes. Gems inlay most of their equipment. There is a gem brightly shining on the front of the helmet, as well as a gem pauldron, dimly glowing. Each of them appears to be bearing also with them a what you can see as a mace or a club together with a shield. The club is sparkling with electricity. Welcome to Zernal. Do you have your papers?
Give me a moment. You watch him put the bag in the ground, search it in front of everyone. Let's see. Here's mine. Here's yours. Here's yours.
Ah, member of the Solace Expedition. Please. Of course. Gives you a stamp on one of the papers. Welcome to Zernal. He looks down towards your
Thank you.
player. Scout Lupus, is it? Welcome to Zernal.
Yeah.
Hope your stay here is pleasant.
Thank you very much.
Move along the line. Move along the line.
That was easy. Cool.
Yeah, because someone has papers.
So, did only Lupus get in, or did we all get in?
You're all
I
getting
think
it.
we all got it because
Yep.
he had papers for all of us.
No,
somehow?
you are classified within Lupus's papers as associates and assistants in his expedition.
I mean, technically
Cool.
we do have our like own guild stuff too, but you know.
I
Yes,
also technically have a passport. I guess for here, it would have my. It would probably have her
Do you want to show
real
your?
name on it.
You can show your
Nope.
own papers if you want. I
Nope.
would assume so. You enter.
We got in without it.
Yes, you did. You enter into Zernal. And it is a relatively big city. You do see most of the citizens here. They are not very outgoing. There is a bit of a movement. There is a bit of a traffic. But mostly it is all just peaceful. There are some dwarves discussing with humans, a few elves.
Just since we're in a big city, yes, tavern. We should also probably stop by at a bank.
I'm wondering.
Convert some of this coin, save it
Yes.
away for later. Yes, that is
Yes.
actually rather. Do they? Never mind. I was just about to ask like a really stupid question: is if there were fantasy debit cards. Like I was about to be really dumb for a second there.
Wow, fantasy,
Holy shit.
fantasy debit
Okay.
cards.
Oh,
Ah.
Foilan, we need you.
You want to know something
need
funny?
you.
Hold up, before. Hello, Foilan, welcome back. You want to know something funny?
Hey.
There are. You want to know something even funnier? They're only used in hell.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay,
Literally,
but
Mammon's bank in hell uses specific user identification cards for reaching into vaults within his realm in hell. It's the only place aside from like the city of doors that uses such paperwork.
Damn.
Okay, but Foilan, we need emotional
One
support.
Oh,
Grimthod, like,
so let me explain,
fucking hell.
Foilan, what just happened to get you up to speed. If you're okay and nothing bad has happened on your end. Are you okay?
Because the power went out for an hour. Can you hear me?
Cool. Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Let me
Yeah.
explain to you really quickly. So, The party has been told that most of the souls of the people that go to the tournament go to the tournament to fight on for something called the Descent into the Abyss, and most importantly, the party looted some equipment, some of which is well, not cursed, possessed by some of the ghosts in the tomb, that I have laid out in chat in Roll20. But specifically, Koda has been kidnapped. So has your horses, and also Mr. Oinky.
Okay. Roll back for a second. I thought the ghosts in that mine were chill.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
they
were.
are.
Oh no, they are. None of them are malicious. Their possession is just for them to go on the journey with you. They want to make sure that their items are used by
Oh,
proper
okay.
people.
And Lupus is partially possessed. Some lore drops from our characters. Kiki told that she doesn't want to fight her son again. Trust went to trust the XC not responding. Basically everyone at the same time started to talk to themselves I don't want to fight my family, my comrades, my allies, my son, whatever.
Yeah, Kiki has a son. We learned that.
She had a son.
Again, so you broke up a little bit when you were talking about the descent and the tournament. What exactly happened there?
All souls go to the tournament to fight. Is
Oh, okay, yeah.
what we can
Like
surmise.
players knew it, characters did not.
Characters just learned it.
So who'd we learn this from?
Dead
Ghosts.
people.
The ghost that the tomb was dedicated to, the elf that that the sea elf you were with took this the rapier from, technically, since it belonged to them. It's a whole different thing lore wise, but basically they are a very ancient elf, about 900 or so years back at least, from what Kiki could understand. Yeah, the items you gained, since it is like a little bit of a ways up, are a lot of coins, a pair of potions of healing, a spell scroll of false life, a potion of radiant resistance, an elemental gem emerald, a face wood heavy crossbow, which was possessed, a lance and a shield that are also possessed, currently having no host for the ghost, and a skyblinder's scimitar.
I put it all in the group loot.
Yeah, everything is in group loot.
I presume it all got dumped into
In
my
all honesty, I want the lance and the shield too, because well, out of character it would fit with my sentinel and my high AC.
Yeah, honestly, and I don't see anyone else really going for the lance or the shield because I'm the only other martial character that don't use the shield. So.
Well, you would have to speak with the ghost about that.
You have to speak to the ghost,
Yeah.
and the fact that I almost said Aqua. No, Lupus. Sorry, I name memory. It's really greedy at the moment because he's partially possessed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since you would have a few days about it theoretically, because right now the party has gone to a town in, as you can see, Zeranel, the city here, to just, well, to lay off a bit, because, well, shit has happened. And I would also like to mention that if you want to make the swap, the more time the ghost spends with Lupus as a character, the more they realize they are a lot less wily than they originally thought, so they're more than happy to change a host. I mean, you're good-hearted, it's just... you lack the certain merchant's spark.
Oh, minor thing. Did anybody, check for tracks in regards to the lost horses and Koda?
Yes.
Yeah, I rolled it. I got it. 12. Trust was too shaken.
Okay.
And as the ranger.
Yeah, you had the best shot at it.
Yeah, she is too fucked up. And then her god was like, "Hey, you should come have a drink with me." And she's like, "Yes."
The other thing that you saw was the symbol of the triad, which I think you might be interested in for Ireland, just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
I'll just show it again.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, one question. How much gold do we have now?
Yeah, it's a. We have a
Oh,
lot. We're going to a bank.
you have a
We
lot.
have in group loot. Everything is.
Because I think we need just double that and maybe we can get
I just want to go
Where-
cash it in.
Where do you need
into the
over
bank.
20,000 gold?
I
to keep him close to you like that you don't die.
Pinching the bridge of my nose.
Okay, it
Lucas
was
is
one
possessed by
time.
a greedy spirit. I
First of
still
all,
have
it
2
was one time.
diamonds for Revivify. We're good.
I feel like I know what this symbol means, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Oh boy.
In the subject of finding stuff, you can find a bank. Certainly.
Yeah, just what. Trust is already gonna have an account. God damn it.
You want to enter the bank?
Yeah.
Welcome to the glittering anvil. The bank is made out of stone, huge stone. It's about like 3 levels tall, and 2 levels underground deep. Entering inside, you see a bunch of dwarves are behind the accountant's tables, with a few elves acting as guards, magistrates. The important distinctions between magistrates, and magisters is magistrates are, well, law enforcers. Magisters are enforcers regarding arcane law. These are specifically. Give me a moment to just name it correctly because you would know about them. Trust. These are arcane enforcers, weave seekers and abjurers and inquisitors, that like.
Trust remains wary but vigilant.
The ones here are weave seekers. They are magisters who can manipulate magical effects on the weave of magic to non-lethally incapacitate troublemakers.
Makes sense. We're in a bank, there's a lot of money.
As you enter inside, you see these magisters are keeping an eye on things, as a few people are depositing and taking out gold. As you enter inside, you see and come up to one of the dwarves after about 20 minutes of waiting. You see this young, quote unquote. You can see a little bit of a squabble for a beard, not much, remaining. Perfectly cut hair, short, brown in color. They seem to just be running through the papers, looking up at you. Hello, welcome.
Hello, darling. I would like to make a deposit while we're here.
Certainly.
And then Trust turns to the group and she goes, I already have an account. Do you want to simply put it in mine?
Yeah, that sounds good.
I don't think we should add it to mine since. Well, I don't want my father access into it.
I am in charge of my own books. And Trust pulls out this little bank book out of her stuff, and she flips through it, and then she slides it over to the guy and then she takes out the 2,385 silver pieces, 1,813 gold pieces, and 9,620 copper pieces, and hands all that over.
One moment, miss. You see the dwarf turn around to one of the other working place. Could you fetch me a sending stone for the headquarters in Center? I need to ask a question really quickly. You
Is
see
there a problem, darling?
No, this is an old account. We just want to ensure that the balance is the same as presented in the books here.
I assure you, I keep my books very, very balanced and up to date.
Of course, this is just a procedure, ma'am. You see sending someone up to him. He makes a sending call. Eventually, he puts that down.
Okay, so out of character, I'm looking at the group loot and it's still saying like, you know, blades, crowns, and so on. Didn't we change them to same currency?
I think we did when we were in not Midtown. When we were in the last town before we came to Solario, we went to the bank and changed everything over.
Yeah. Because I have a vague memory of that.
I think it was not before
I-
Trust returned.
Everybody can edit the group loot, so I have no idea.
Hmm.
So if that got changed, I don't know.
Regarding your savings, ma'am, it appears that there is a bit of a few Indian taken out from another person. We just want to verify that this individual is under your employ.
Certainly.
He hands you a piece of paper with the name of the person you gave the legal ownership of your coin to make use of back in Center to ensure that the orphanage remains still open, as well as not to squabble any of the remaining coin you had when you left.
Does it look good? Like, does it look all up to date? Like, is it kosher?
The amount of coin has been withdrawn a bit, not too much. It's about 100 coins down.
That's not bad at all, considering Trust literally sold everything and then just went to the orphanage.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's loaded, by the way. Didn't tell anybody that, but she's rich as fuck.
Yep, noble family.
Anyway, but she doesn't use it. Like, she felt like she knows where it came from, and she's just like, oh, I'm disgusted by all of this. Certainly, ha ha ha. Yeah.
You do see the dwarf turn to you. Oh, also, we have had the recognition said this is the person that you have been assigning to correct business from, because they have been taking in and putting in money into your account for a long time now, and we want to ensure that it is not an individual that's attempting to make unscrupulous changes.
No, darling, this is quite legitimate.
Excellent.
This all looks about in order.
You know how
It's
it is.
actually-
It's all paper.
I certainly do. I'm kind of surprised that more isn't being taken out.
Oh, there was a withdrawal of 3,000 gold about a month ago. Most of it has been deposited back in small doses.
I see. Well, I suppose I'll have to make a trip myself. It's been years since I've been back, so yeah, you understand how it goes.
Oh, of course. You must be working abroad. It is understandable. Hope only you're from Givaria. It's a dangerous journey back.
Certainly. We fought a dragon, darling. It was absolutely mad.
In Givaria?
Oh yeah, I got this.
Okay.
Pulls out the horn.
That's a
Oh, no,
horn.
thank God.
Yeah.
It came from a shadow dragon. It was
A
quite...
shadow dragon.
It was quite the bathroom.
Where them?
Would you like to deposit that?
Oh no, this is a trophy.
No,
Yes.
we're going to be looking into ways to utilize it. Maybe sell it, maybe turn it into armor for ourselves. But we won't be depositing it just now.
That's understandable.
Simply the currency we will be depositing today.
Oh, of course. This is the coin here in this bag.
Yes, and she like pushes it.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, buddy.
1 second. Can you send these bags down by the coin counter, just to really quickly count up the amount? Thank you. Very well.
How much do we want to keep, on the road with us?
How much does okay, socks here. Hi. How much does each person have? Because the group loot still has 47 platinum pieces in it. I didn't give those out. And Trust is still like she's fine. I'm sure.
Give me a sec. I currently have 2 platinum and 4 gold.
I got a little bit over 300 gold.
I have 43 platinum and 102 gold pieces. So I think we're good. Worst
think we
case
should-
scenario.
Well, I
come back
mean,
to the
I
bank.
think we will have to use money on, well, now on horses, and like stuff maybe in Magiana, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, as they say, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yes.
I may know somewhere that has horses that we might be able to utilize.
While we are here, I'm going to try to see something like in the bank.
Certainly, what are you
Um,
looking for?
So Kiki, like either on the same one or the different one, it doesn't really matter on like whoever's on the counter, and she goes, I would like to see what is going on with my family's
Hello, I am the twin cousin of the other banker. Certainly, what's the name?
Farron. I'm afraid all of my official paperwork got destroyed a while back.
That's the last name?
Excuse me?
That's the last name, not the first name, yes?
Yes, my name is Kailani Farron.
Very well. If you would like to quickly make an authorization call, just to ensure that you're the person you're claiming to be, he hands you over a sending stone. Please answer the questions to this number and write down this form if you wouldn't mind.
Oh my god, it's an authentic.
Oh my god, I want to leave. Dude, I need to leave the bank before they like say her name out loud. Like Trust
like-
has like gotten really, she's safe right now because they haven't said her name, but she's like, we need to go before
The
they
ba-
say something.
I mean, that's
If I
the thing.
could
Like
just, like,
Kiki doesn't. Kiki didn't bring her paperwork with her, but like Trust was just like, here you go. Don't say anything here.
Like, the banker just, like, holds up a picture and just like, okay, I want you to point to all of the trees that you see, all of the sections of trees.
You're not a robot.
Prove you're not a warforged.
You were asked a few questions over the phone, over the sending stone, to answer
the
into
phone,
the
yes.
paper, into the piece of paper regarding your family, regarding personal information on your relatives a bit, as well as some codes. But you managed to write it all down. There is a small exception. You had to go into a few backup ones because some of them have changed. As you finish writing the form, the dwarf kind of nightly files the paper up and puts it on the side of it. Okay, we're looking for balance. We're looking to withdraw. We're looking to input.
Just balance. I want to see what has been going on for past few years or past few months. Let's put it that way.
Certainly. He hands you a booklet. The booklet itself is empty, but as he writes down the name, putting an insignia beside it, you see letters and words begin to form onto the paper itself. You may peruse through the last few months' ongoings, and you begin to
Do
flip.
I see anything that's popping out to me?
Most of the business transactions done as of late are not done by your father, they're made by your siblings. And by late, I mean for the past year or so. If you flip further, you can see this goes on for a longer time.
That is certainly interesting. Which one? Or yeah, which one?
Give me a sec.
She had
I know.
2 younger brothers and her sister.
I'm aware. Would be the eldest of your brothers. Right after you. Yeah. And,
That is certainly interesting.
your youngest sister has no real ongoings into the trade. You do see that both your brothers have been doing deals, particularly the older one, but it is not an even number. Most of the
So
transactions
it's
made,
not like something that's
Most of the transactions made are private. As your family usually does. You know how the business goes.
Yeah.
Regarding balance, the amount of coin that there are in the current coffers of your home is not viewable for you. It requires
Well, I guess that's smart.
it requires authorization from another member of your family, together with yours, to be reinstated.
Well, this was certainly helpful, thank you.
No worries. Would you like to withdraw or deposit?
No, this
Would-
was very much helpful, thank you.
Would you like a receipt?
Why not?
Yay, banks.
Hope you have a wonderful day, full of magic and wonder.
Magic and wonder, and we spent like half an hour in a bank.
This is the most upbeat bank teller I've ever encountered in my life.
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead inside. You know he's dead inside.
It's the customer service voice, yeah.
Trust
Like,
laughing nervously.
Hey, look, he's smiling, but like, why aren't his eyes smiling?
As you finish trust your own transaction, putting in coin to your own account. Okay, we finished. Yeah, would you like to withdraw, perhaps, or deposit anymore?
Well, what is my current balance at, darling?
Certainly.
How much money do I have? Generous? How rich am I?
That is
Tell me how much money.
I actually don't know how much money Trust has. Like from all
From
the
her
family and shenanigans and stuff. I don't actually know that. So this is me
your
trying to,
family
like-
came into a lot of wealth before they
Yep.
Before the thing.
yeah.
Thing.
Particularly. You have
I
in your
just need
bank,
to know what tax bracket I'm in.
without the money you just put in, you want the previous number, yes?
Yes. Yeah. I just wanna. I need to gauge how.
The total
I should
amount
Be...
is 7,500 gold.
Okay. Okay, I'm pretty rich. Pretty rich. Pretty like old, new money rich, not like old money rich.
This is the quite literally 7,500 gold for the Metron house is pretty decent. Not much.
Yeah. 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 We're good. Okay.
Most of it was.
I just wanted to make sure I'm playing my character the
Yes,
way
of course.
I should be, you know.
You had like about 30,000. Most of it was used to build up the orphanage, and of course,
Yeah.
maintain ownership of the land after your family kind of.
And then setting up like the legitimate business.
Yes. of
I don't
course.
know why I put in air quotes. It is legitimate. The business before was not legitimate.
Yeah.
This is like a legitimate business that kind of runs itself.
Yes,
but
yes.
Trust is.
It kind of runs it. It
Yeah.
is run by your associate that you have kept.
Yeah.
You have given them
Oh.
ownership of. Speaking of which, yep.
Yeah. Trust is gonna like nervously stand there, and she's like, there was previously plans to create a joint account when I reached a certain age. I assume that is no longer the case.
Unless if you wish to reinstate it.
Goodness, good. I just has anyone been inquiring about it?
But as I said,
Because
well, we have had the withdrawals and the intakes. We have had a few people ask regarding your current location, Mrs. Sasha, but we did not have any real implication of who they were, so a lot of the information given to them was either formal or mainly withheld. Most of them were not members of your own family, so a lot of the personal information was not given. Some of them requested to come in contact with you, but we have given them your previous location. Most of them returned back to other similar establishments.
That seems very good. I would like to terminate the plans for the joint account immediately. I am no longer engaged, so I would like that to be ended and done with.
Certainly, this has been ongoing for a long time now. One moment. We're gonna have to ask for. We're gonna send a letter of. What's it called? Sorry for that. My command is not as fluent. We are going to send a legend.
What do you prefer to speak in, darling? And Trust casts tongues on herself.
Oh, thank you kindly. He starts speaking in Dwarvish. We're going to send a letter of agreement over to your joint account creator just to let them know that the procedure has been halted and terminated. But that's all.
I will not have to come in contact with him. It will simply be a letter letting him know.
Well, since it was not created, no, not really. It would be they would be notified of the termination of the account, but that is all.
Excellent. Thank you, darling. I really do appreciate it. I have a wonderful day, and maybe keep. They don't know my name. I would like to keep it that way.
Well, we cannot keep it anonymous, but we can certainly give them a good day. Maybe would you like a receipt?
Yes, please, darling. That would be wonderful. I can add it to my books. For the accountant, you know, that I totally have.
Certainly.
Fucking
May
A.
your day be full of magic and wonder.
Yes. May your day also be filled with magic and wonder, and maybe a stiff drink at the end of it.
I appreciate it.
I have tongues for an hour, by the way. Holy shit. Cool.
I'm just gonna point out that Kiki speaks Dwarf, so she can totally understand that whole
You're
conversation.
doing your own transaction. You're not over here.
Ah,
You know.
I'm in the same room, okay?
No. It's fine. It's Trust. Trust is like the worst spy ever, dude. When it comes to like her own shit, like hunting down people and being a bounty hunter, she was great at that. Keeping her own shit on the down low. Not so much.
Quick point of order, by the way. Did we get a short rest at all after?
You had a
last
full
session, or
rest.
no?
You took your days.
We had a
to...
full rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, cool.
Yeah.
We didn't have
we,
any
like, walked
combat
for-
on the road, so.
Yeah.
Cool.
Didn't
Walk
roll
for a
high
few
enough,
days.
unfortunately.
Oh fuck! Thank God.
Good, because I was on 19 hit points.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, as you guys are leaving, like, Grimthod's gonna, like, poke, Trust. You're like, didn't give you anything back.
Oh, I didn't take any money out. I simply deposited it for safekeeping.
Just stairs now.
Grimthod,
Yeah?
I don't know how to explain banks to you.
Oh, okay.
I think we need to sit. I will try to explain later. But
Oh.
essentially, it's like putting it in my bag of holding, except it's in a safer place because they cannot rob me. It's. We'll have a pint and we'll discuss it later.
Grimthod, at some
yeah.
point, like earlier, like while we're walking, like Kiki is explaining this. Well, in the
We're going
earlier
to a
days,
bar.
yes, we're going to a bar. I would keep Koda's money with me
Yeah,
because
because you gave it to you, yeah?
it was his money.
But you were holding it.
Exactly. That's what they're doing. They're just holding our money.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get that. Should I, we have to come back and get it there, though.
Something like that, yes.
Okay. Oh, hey, so I had an idea about something I could try once we get back to the bar. We're not planning on, like, camping out or anything tonight, are we?
Oh goodness, no! I would like a bed, an actual
okay.
real bed.
That's good, that's good. When we get to the bar, Grimthod is going to try and cast Sending on Koda.
Okay.
Oh. Also, Trust looks at Grimthod and she goes, "Hey, Grimthod, can you speak Orc for a second?"
Oh, yeah, sure. What she basically says, "Hi, I'm Grimthod. Nice to see you, Blue Goat."
Nice to see you too, Grimthod. It's wonderful.
Oh,
Oh, you speak Orc? Cool.
For about 45 minutes, yes.
You
Oh,
look
you're
at your,
gonna forget how to do it after a bit? Oh yeah, I get
Oh.
that.
Yeah, it's a magic thing. Does this mean I'm speaking Orcish right now?
No, it's, you just understand it.
you understand it with tongues, and you can speak it.
Yeah, she can speak Orcish.
Oh.
So Trust in Orcish back goes, in flawless Orcish, fluent accent and all. She goes, you know, it's kind of nice actually. I don't think I mind it that much.
You do draw.
Little rough.
It is important that you're speaking Orcish. You do draw some attention from the nearby passengers and walkers that are just, as you're speaking Orcish, can turn to you with a bit of like a confused stare. They don't even hide. They just look.
So, this being one of the first times that Grimthod's been able to actually speak Orcish directly to someone, he starts going,
Oh no, it's really good that you're able to like, speak it. It's a really fun language. Yeah, there's like a bunch of words that I'm not usually able to say to people because they don't really get them, because
you're noticing he's speaking a lot more fluently and more clearly in Orcish than he is in Common.
We'll have to do this again sometime because you speak quite well. You speak quite clearly. I'm dropping the British accent when she's speaking in tongues, by the way. Just 'cause.
Oh yeah, no, it's just it's a bit easier to talk like this because I learnt this first, and then I learned commons later on from my mate. That was a half orc I met on the road. His name was hang on, trying to remember now. That's in my notes.
So like, while this is going on, Kiki like looks at, because tongues works that people like, I understand Trust, but since Kiki doesn't speak Orcish, she can't understand Grimthod, so she looks at both of them and goes, "Is this what it likes to watch me speak with it?"
Trust in flawless Elvish goes, yes, it is. And then back to Grimthod. She just kind of looks at it is just like, so okay.
Yes. So the first half orc I met when I was out on the road, his name was Brooks, and Brooks was like he was pretty my guy. He was like I was a bit weirded out when I first met him because apparently like he was much weaker than most of the half orcs I've met before. He was not as physically built. So like I first came to him like, hey, I'm big and strong, but he was like, no mate, I'm fine, and I don't want to fight. But we got to talking afterwards, and he was willing to teach me commons because I got into a bunch of trouble before I learned common. Man, it was so hard.
Thank God. Well, you're doing rather well in common, to be honest. Better than I think a few nobilities that I know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is just like sometimes it's a little hard to convey what I'm trying to say,
He uses the word convey in Orc.
The Trust is just like, okay, so I'm going to, you were at the bank and I don't know how much you were listening to, but did you
they were talking about like your family, yeah? Or was that something else?
Sorta, a little bit. I don't have family anymore, so I own an orphanage where I take care of people who also don't have a family.
So you see him kind of like calculate for a second. It's like orphanage. The word for orphanage in Orcish effectively equates to child's tribe.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh, that's actually cute.
Yeah. And I would like to visit there at some point.
Is it like Shadowfield or further north?
Hey, generous, where the fuck is the orphanage?
The orphanage is in Centro
Isn't
Magi.
it Magiana? Yeah.
Centro Magi is the capital city of Magiana, the center of magic, and surrounding it are the many colleges and academies founded in the towns within its direct reach.
Like that's on our way. We're planning on heading up there north anyway, so yeah, we could easily pop up and have it. See him. I'd love to be able to cage.
I think they would love it. They're also gonna call me a different name, and I was trying to avoid them saying it at the bank, but they said my name anyway. But they will call me Sasha Nightsong. They will not call me Trust. And I need you to just kind of be cool with it.
Grimthod looks at you and goes, I mean, it doesn't matter. You'll always be Blue Goat.
You just see like the moment where Trust, her heart grew 3 sizes that day.
In
She
addition,
goes-
just to really go quickly, your sending spell did succeed, but go on.
But they you're gonna learn things about me as we go, and I might not be the person you thought I was, but I'm trying to be better than the person I was supposed to be.
I know I get what you're trying to say, but I think you are who I know you to be. You know, we've known each other long enough. I know who you are. You're a good person. And you're my friend.
Thank you, Grimthod. I appreciate it.
You're most welcome.
Trust is she's a little bit flustered, but she just feels, this is the first time she's like, since everything, that she's felt like happy, you know? Like she's okay. And now she doesn't know what to do with that feeling, so she's just standing there like, oh god, am I having a heart attack? What is happening?
Well, sorry to cut off this cute little moment, but there's still a reason you wanted to go to the tavern.
Oh yeah. Go try get in contact with Toothy Goat.
Ring, 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 ring. You hear
Yeah, ringing?
yeah, the ringing of a
Hello.
bell as you see
Hello.
a man wearing long purple robes, engraved with arcane symbols, and with a white cape flowing behind him. Robes and a cape, I know. A speaker. Kiki, you know speakers has to be important political figures. They are basically just 2 steps beneath members of the council in Chenton.
Oh, this should be good.
Besides them are many enforcers and a small crowd that has been gathering.
Do you think they're like he wants to say something or what?
We should
Hi.
listen, because usually it's important.
Right. Grimthod, for everyone's benefit, has swapped back to common.
You know, Grimthod, if you want to talk with your own language, you can talk to my mind.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm talking to you, you talk to me like in commons in my head, so that I think back in commons. It's hard to like think in orc
No,
and like
you don't-
use common words and stuff.
Oh, that's not. You do know that when I first met Koda, he didn't speak common. You don't need to hear me in common. You can decide what you want to hear me in your head.
Eh? I've always heard you in commons.
Well, you can try.
Common.
I mean, okay, that's fair though. Like when I'm like speaking
yeah.
English, I'm thinking in English.
Exactly.
I can't think in
Yeah.
Finnish and
this
speak in English at the same time.
Yeah, this is something I've picked up from people who have spoken to like multilingual. Is that like you have to think in the language in order to speak it consistently when you're talking fluently in a
Like
language.
that's why all of my notes and everything recording this campaign, everything is in English.
Yeah.
So it's really hard for me to, for example, if I'm explaining to some like my roommates, for example, it's hard for me to not explain it in English.
Yeah.
Because nothing makes sense to me if it's
Yeah, no-
other language.
Yeah, that is what's happening with Grimthod. Like he receives things from an elf and assumes it's in common, so his brain processes it as common.
I mean, that just means that he's actually really good at common. Like he understands it very well.
He understands it very well. It's his speaking that's like terrible.
Yeah.
And occasionally running into words where he's just like, I have never heard that word before.
You hear at this point, the person speaking hasn't said anything really interesting. They're just making an announcement to the people of the city in this sector in Zaranel, saying, as for taxes, we're going to be decreasing by 1% as regarding to biologically grown food. Now to the most important announcement of this day. For the good people of Zaranel, we are imploring you to stay calm regarding the threat of the Orcish warbands here in Zolaria. Our peacekeeper initiates have been looking into the matter, and we have sent envoys to discuss this diplomatically. In the case that the orcs continue their act of unwarranted aggression, then the pact sign shall be considered null, and we are going to fire back. There will be resistance. For adventurers who are willing to work, we are offering new job offers down by the local guilds, and we have increased the price for the beheading and killing of orcs by an additional 5 gold per kill. You may present any trophy you may wish for. This is all. And you see...
Trust immediately wraps a cloak around Grimthod without even thinking and covers his head. And she looks at him, she like touches his face and she goes, Grimthod, only speak in common from now on.
Oh, okay. Right, so that was the office. Alright.
Just while we're here.
For the half-hour populace of the city, you are to be inspected, and you are to present yourselves before an inquisitor. They're going to ask you a few questions. For people who have been born within Magianian ground, you are not to worry. Your descent shall protect you from most of the allegations that your horrible cousins may have inflicted upon the populace. And for the grieving people who had families over by the town recently ransacked, we offer our sincerest condolences. We have created a new memoriam outside of the city, and you may visit the gravekeepers to learn the names of the dead we have recovered. It is with a grim heart that I am saying that most of the bodies have been desecrated. Rest assured, this matter shall be resolved in due time. Until then, all of you, remember, we are united within our banner. Remain safe. And the politician is quickly escorted away from the stage as a bunch of people rise up asking questions. You can see a few of these people, specifically one of them wearing like a long white gown, members of the Banshee News Network, asking questions on the current events. But beyond any of that, the crowd begins to disperse.
So we killed Brother. I don't need to whisper. You can all just hear it in there.
What are you looking for?
But
I did attempt to cover Grimthod's ears while this was happening too, just to cause she was like, this is not gonna sound, this isn't good. But with a 22, trust.
Yeah, perception. Yeah. I'm looking to see if I can find the nearest guard.
Certainly. They're within 30 feet away. They're beneath the stage, kind of holding people back from trying to jump over. They're a little.
Okay, then I'm looking for a guard who's not immediately pushing people back, but is approachable enough to talk to.
Oh, you can see a member of the watch. Yes.
Okay. Grimthod will get up and start moving over to them.
No. Trust grabs your hand. Like, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh, he asked to go talk to half-orcs, so I'll go talk to the he says it in Orcish, Inquisitor. That's the word, right? Yeah?
I need you to remember you have done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
But thinking of how to phrase this before tongues wears out, and she just looks at him and she goes, Grimthod, I don't think it's smart to go talk to them right now.
We're not. They asked for all folks to go talk to him now.
On the subject of racism. She just kind of gently puts a hand on his face, one of her gloved hands on his face, and she goes, we can talk to them tomorrow. We should go to a tavern right now.
Alright, go.
Okay?
Yeah.
And she glances at Kiki, and Kiki, Trust is already pretty pallid, pretty pale, but Kiki will notice that whatever color that was in her face, that small bit of happiness that she just realized she had,
no.
it's gone. It's gone. She's in she's in panic mode pretty much right now.
I love this. I found a true moment of happiness. Jen, about that.
Yeah. Trust feels happy for just a split second. Let us introduce ourselves.
You know, it's just like we're playing Uno and Jen just keeps giving the +4 cards.
Yeah, just thump, 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 thump.
It's
Yeah.
all +4. I'm sorry.
Trust is like, oh. I got rid of, I finally terminated my informal engagement. I going to go see my orphans. I'm feeling pretty okay. I told Grimthod my actual name. It's going pretty well. Oh, by the way, fuck orcs. We want to kill the orcs. The orcs suck. Half orcs. We're going to discriminate against you. Trust is like, fuck.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing though. We did kill a lot of orcs on our way here.
Do we have proof?
Well, of course not. I'm not saying we should try to get a shot and proof.
I get that.
No, shut up.
Listen,
It's-
we're
it's
walking and talking. We're walking and talking.
Yeah,
we're like,
We're also the group that mutilated the bodies of the civilians
Oh,
beyond
we don't
repair.
That's the thing. Only Lupus knows that. Like on Kiki's head, it's fine. She doesn't
Yeah,
know that
no.
she like brain blasted all of them. What was it? Okay,
oh.
but okay,
Consequences. Your actions have consequences.
I know. What I'm saying is that we killed a lot of orcs, so maybe it's not as bad. Maybe they're trying to get away from the humans now that there's less of them.
I'm not willing to take that risk.
Lou's just looking
Oh,
both ways
yeah.
like Muppet meme. Just. You make your way over towards a tavern. Let us go towards the tavern for the time being. How does that sound?
Let's find a tavern. Let's find a tavern, please. I need to commune
certainly.
with
How
Cord.
about the? You find yourselves before before the glamorous armadillo.
I love it.
Glamorous goats at the glamorous armadillo.
Match made in heaven.
I need to vibe check this bar
Go for it.
right now.
Roll
But
vibe
is it
check.
as- but
I
is
need
it
to
as
read
good as
the room.
fuzzy melon, though.
Jen, will you let me read the room?
You can go before entering.
Just like a before we go in.
So
I
I
just
can-
kind of wanna.
I can give you a description. What you see. The tavern is a two-floor tall tavern. Made the roof of which is made out of ceramic, purple ceramic specifically. You can see.
It's my color.
Oh, you're gonna love Magiana then. And I'm not joking. The entire thing is just every building is purple and pink. The outside of the building is made of wood and stone. The inside, you can see the stained yellow windows glimmering with light from within. You can see from the outside the armadillo sign, but you can also see through the window there is very few people inside. There are not that many patrons within. You don't see any other guards inside. There's a bard playing within what appears to be an instrument that is made of brass and it is very big. It's a tuba.
It passes the vibe check so far.
Hold up. There is an armadillo within the tavern.
Fuck yeah, there is. Of course.
What's its name?
It is a small creature. Appears to currently be petted by one of the patrons.
I don't know what's its name.
You
I
can
mean,
go
you gotta
ask.
ask, don't you?
The
Not like
variant
it's not
looking
a
colors.
Like-
I mean, I thought maybe it had like a collar or something on it. That's its name. I don't know.
Givarian colors are mainly black and red.
Yeah,
Collar.
red. Or orange is
Collar.
fairly close.
Oh, sure.
Like a
Oh,
Sure. You enter inside.
No, that he was talking about what I put in the chat.
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. that. You enter inside. Okay, bye bye, Jess.
Bye, Jess. Get to next time.
We're gonna be too much longer now. Don't worry. You enter in.
Oh god.
I'm scared.
You see the patrons that are currently in here mainly are some older folk, humans around the ages of like 80 to 70 years of age. You can also see the armadillo, as mentioned before, currently petted by one of the patrons. You can also see the bartender behind an elven man, high elven of nature, happily just scrubbing a little mug. You also see some of the other patrons include, but not limited to, the young half-elf that is currently playing the tuba within the establishment. A fair-looking lady dressed in white by the bar, and what you can also see as an old dwarf having tattoos all over his body, with what you can see as a pair of battle axes, looking at a pamphlet from one of the adventuring faction guilds.
So you know what I want to do, right?
Okay, you go pet the armadillo.
Well, not that, Jen. But you said there
No,
was a fair-looking woman at the bar.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Trusty's gonna go. First, she's gonna look at Kiki, look at Grimthod, look at Lupus, and go. Just don't attract the gods' attention, please. Please.
Grimthod
I'm
makes
gonna
his way
go
up to the
have
bar.
Very well need a drink. Yeah. Trusty's gonna go sit by my fair lady.
You say by the bar now. You have a better view of this woman. She is not taller than you. First of all, because you're really tall as a person.
Yes, I am.
She wears a long white dress, cut on the left leg, and she also has not longer still, but relatively long blonde hair, currently tugged beneath a white cowl. She wears also fair makeup, but she mainly seems to be enjoying currently drink. What did you say there?
I'm trying to figure out how this would go. Trust will sit down beside her at the bar and look over and I feel like tongues would have worn off by now, yeah? Has it been an hour?
No, not necessarily.
Maybe not.
Finding a tavern will take you about 30 minutes.
So it's probably still on, but we're just popping the accent back. She glances at the lady and she goes, Is she drinking something?
Currently, yes, she's drinking crimson red wine, and you can see also Lupus like ordering a frosted dragon's breath shot, which the barkeeper obliges. That will be like 3 gold later. In fact, actually, the drinks is drinking. You can see.
I would fucking die right now if this was my goddess. I will literally cry.
Actually, just her chilling.
Yeah.
The current drink she is having is an elven drink.
Okay.
If only I could have a bloody decency of writing my notes better. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, it is a fine bottle. Cravat of a step. There we go. A stay is a drink primarily created in Ruinous. The Ruinous Academy for magistrates, they do have some vineyards throughout the plains, but primarily those are mainly for income. just sitting there drinking.
I don't mean to be a bother, my dear. I had a bit of a long day, and I was wondering if your drink was any good.
She
I might
smiles.
consider ordering it myself.
Well, I have been expecting some company, but by all means. She doesn't look at you as she says that. She just
Pray tell,
keeps
what
looking at you.
Cool. Pray tell, I've been expecting some company as well. And I was told to come to the nearest bar and have a drink, and here I am.
Well, that is quite the coincidence, I would think.
Quite the coincidence indeed. Just like Trust is like nervous,
Mhm.
actually nervous,
She-
very nervous.
She smiles.
She
She has a patient smile on her face.
okay.
You don't have to be flustered.
I don't. Cool. Thanks for letting me know, Jen. I appreciate it. And this Trust just looks at her and goes, "Is it that obvious?"
Well, not really, but I had a very long night, I believe, to, well, get to know you better at the time.
The wine seems to have taken my memory from me because I don't think I would ever want to forget a moment where I met you.
Well, I will be honest, at the time I thought it might have been just better for your own safety, but, well, I'm not going to lie, I think I underestimated your resolve at the time. Speaking of which, she hands you a glass of a step.
Trust very carefully takes it with her gloved hand.
Although I would appreciate it, please, let's not overdo it.
As you wish, my lady.
Thank you.
Cheers.
You clink the glasses, and as you take a sip, she says, "It has been quite a difficult journey for you to come here. I know it has. I have been keeping an eye on you ever since you left the area.
I
Well.
suppose you've seen me at some weaker points.
I have kept my eye. I have seen a lot of things. Well, she says, I am proud of the decisions you have made. And for the people you have currently in your family. I know you still grieve.
Hard not to. I don't suppose you would like to meet my family.
Not yet. I am currently a bit busy.
Of course.
I am proud of how much you have Learn to trust other people.
It's a little out of character for me, I admit, but she glances at Kiki and Grimthod and Lupus. And she glances back at Grimthod and it's hard not to with someone who's so open.
Family doesn't stop at relatives. But for whatever it is worth, I am simply impressed. And I'm happy that at least one of the few followers I have here on this realm are so good-hearted. Even if you will not admit it yourself.
Tess just sips her wine. She doesn't really know what to say at this point. She's just drinking. She's just. No. I'm trying.
There will be more trials ahead. You know this.
I know. And I won't lie to you, I'm absolutely terrified, but I can't leave them.
She takes a moment to stop drinking, putting the drink down. I know. These people need your help. You know this. And you need theirs. Also, regarding the memory thing, it is not just because of, well, it wasn't just because of what you told me, it was also because I may have said a few things at that time, but the problem is that the drinks down here are so much more potent.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that twice.
For the time being, although I am busy, I am still with you. In all forms.
Of course. I will carry you in my heart always.
I know you will. However, you must first sever the tie that is still wrangling in your heart. You know this.
How?
She turns to you fully. If I could do it for
Catch that last
Oh.
mention.
She turns to you fully.
I didn't. Okay.
If I could do this for you, I would. When your family, when your people made that choice, they had a clause. The question you have to answer for yourself is not whether you're going to be able to break it. It is whether you are okay with how you are now and if you would like to change that.
Trust genuinely thinks about it. And she's sitting there, and for the first time, I think, since anybody has met her, she takes the gloves off of her hands and you can see her hands, which kind of look like hands, but I would say look more claw-like. The same inky blackness that affects her horns, that looks like it's bleeding into her skull, is her nails. The ink bleeds into her skin, and she looks at them and she clenches her fists and she goes, "Is anybody ever really okay with
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
who they are at any given time?"
So I didn't hear that.
Oh, is anybody? She basically is like, "Is anybody okay with who they are at any given time?"
She smirks. I had to take a long time to accept the duty that I had to uphold myself. Who we are is the people we want to be. I don't have any doubt that you're going to find the way to break the knot that is currently over your heart. And she takes a moment to hold your clawed hand with her own.
Trust tries so hard not to flinch at this. You can see her really, really trying not to.
You see, her hand is very smooth. It is. You see as she places her other hand on top of it, you feel the reassurance, the wordless reassurance that she's giving you at that moment is strong. It is the same kind of strength you would feel from a loved one, from a parent, from someone you would be in a relationship. You feel this unrequited love. And for a second you see her. If you see her form, she is brighter. She says, "To break the chain that currently envelops your heart and be free of the lineage that you have been assigned to, you must be willing to confront your past once again."
I was afraid that's what you might say. I will try.
I'm sure you know that I am not here right now.
I know.
Perhaps I will find you.
It's a promise.
She puts a hand over her heart. A promise for a being like me is binding. I will find you. You blink, and in that moment of, in that split second, there is no one else sitting next to you.
Trust slowly puts her gloves back on and takes a swig of her drink. And you see a single tear roll down her cheek.
Grimthod, your
She
sending
says
spell.
nothing.
Sending spell.
Grimthod walks over to the bar and goes, "Oh, can we get 2 rooms for the night? We only got like 2 and 2. Is that right?"
Oh, certainly, sir. Would you like them with multiple beds?
Oh yeah, 2 beds in each. Wait, that works for us, right?
I think so.
All right, cool.
Excellent. For 2 rooms. Well, I'm even sorry to ask how many people.
4.
Oh, that
Wait,
makes-
actually 5 because Ashful.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll have me on the floor, and then Farragut and Leafy get on the bench.
Right,
Yeah.
right, sir. That would be. We're looking for good rooms, yes?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Not bad rooms. Bad rooms are bad.
We have a few. We have a few poor rooms we can give you. We have some modest ones, and we have a few comfortable ones at the moment. We have a single wealthy room if you wish to stay.
Kind of looks down the bar towards Trust.
What do you think?
The comfortable ones should be good,
Yeah,
darling.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Is
Comfy.
this happening while Trust is having her conversation?
I
or
presume it's
after?
after. I presume after.
or the conversation happened in like a complete blink of a second, because who
Yeah.
knows how
Well,
gods
yeah,
work
that,
in
that
time.
could be too, you know.
The conversation happened in the stop time.
Fuck off, kindly, thanks.
Man.
Yes, of course, we can give you some comfortable rooms. That would be 8 silver pieces for a stay for the night.
Oh, okay.
Pretty good.
I
Grimthod.
can cover
Well,
for that. Don't worry, Grimthod.
are you sure? I got monies. Not a lot though.
Okay, looking into the.
Um,
Let me see now. 6, 10, 12 coins he has in his bag at the moment.
I can't pay for this one.
Oh, okay. So can I get
Very well.
heard-
How many? We said 2 rooms with 2 beds each. I'll cut you some prices if you're going to be sharing a room. For instead of paying 32 silver, let's put it at 24.
24 silver.
Yes.
She has 3 gold. You can keep them.
Could I perhaps interest you in some food then, perhaps?
Yes.
could I get as well yeah, I heard one of them birdie goats talk about this before a while ago and I haven't tried it yet. Do you have a stewed?
Stew?
Yeah, stewed.
Stewed.
Yeah, it's like a drink that they like to drink, just stewed.
Do you have anything with a lot of meat?
That can be arranged.
For
Mead.
translation, Grimthod is trying to say the word stout.
Yes, yes, I
that-
know.
that Trust. I feel like Trust would pick up on that, and she just says, "It's pronounced stout, darling."
Oh, stout.
Looking for a mug or a gallon?
Gallon, that's more, right?
It is.
Okay, yeah, more that.
Of course. That can be done. It would cost you 2 silver pieces.
Okay.
Of course.
And
In the
Grim will check with Kiki whether he's indeed giving over 2 silver or not.
So, before he could even like show the coin, Kiki already like puts in the 2 silver down.
Oh, thanks.
if it matters, we could give you some also food to go with the drink. Would you prefer some honey braised bull ribs?
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Can do. And for the rest of you, would you prefer something vegetarian, miss? We have some elven bread we could give you. It can last for weeks. It is classic. Well, we fetch it from the elven city up in the center of Magiana. If you would perhaps prefer, we have also some clams and garlic, or perhaps a beef steak and a kidney pie. Roasted cod and mashed potatoes you can also do. Unfortunately, the cod is from one of the from a different country, from a different kingdom. Ever since the river dried out, importing fish has been pretty difficult.
The boar sounds very lovely.
Yeah,
So-
how long ago did that dry out?
The elven bread
No, the river. How long did that dry out?
has been dry for a long time, I'm afraid. Ever since the Givarians invaded. My pa used to tell me of this story.
Oh, so it's like years ago. Okay.
Yes,
Because we walked over the bridge and there were people walking on the sand below. So like I figured like it must have been ages and people just kind of got used to it.
Oh, well, people don't walk anymore. Usually beneath the bridges, where the river once was.
We saw a guy in a cloak doing that.
Oh, you must have seen the Wanderer then. Local myth.
Oh, yeah, we tried to talk to him, but he wasn't listening.
Oh, of course he wouldn't. Story says that the orc in question is still searching for a certain thing. I don't really remember the fable. I am certain that the local library probably has a book about it. I certain that.
Okay. Do you think we could have a look at that? I'm kind of interested to learn like what he was doing.
I mean, now that he mentioned it, does really on me.
I'll make a history check. And for you, lass, would you? Oh, I see you have brought your own drink. That is very fair, very fair.
That's fine. That's fine. No, it's not trying to run a business here or anything. Fuck you. Fuck me, apparently.
And she doesn't want to like try to explain that she got it
Yeah,
from a goddess, so she's just like,
And then, do you guys sell frosted dragon spread?
I have already given you a shot. Would you prefer another one?
Alright.
All right, that's 2 drinks in for Lupus.
If any of you would prefer, we also could offer you for some more coins, some more powerful meals, as the boar ribs are on the currently on the roast. We do have roast pheasant in oyster sauce that we can prepare.
I'll be alright with the ball, but if I get hungry afterwards, I might ask for that as well.
Here is your gallon of meat, by the way.
Oh, cheers.
And please.
Do you guys have?
Oh yes.
Do you have duck? Duck cooked with pork fat
Oh.
with roasted potato on the side?
This
Oh.
boozy bitch.
Oh, you must be referring to a number 6. Yes, of course. We do serve it. Certainly, we can have one prepared.
Lupus rocks up into the tavern like, I want a number 9,
That will
number
co-
12.
that we have a discount on that. Will be only 4 silver. And of course, each of you, if you wish, you can pet Esmeralda.
Esmeralda?
The little.
I
Sure.
love this.
Grimthod walks over with his gallon and goes, hello. Starts petting it.
Thank you.
The armadillo moves in closer towards you. It is a bit sturdy on the shell, but it's a nice animal.
I'll enjoy the meal.
I never pet anything that's got a shell.
Well, this is a unique animal. It is not found in the region. Brought it with me from home. Memento.
Cool.
Grimthod, seeing it, then gets a sudden pang of conscience and goes, oh, go. Runs over to the table and starts casting Sending, realizing his own pet is missing.
Yes, I will give you a response in a moment. Also, the food is supplied. If any of you want desserts, you can also ask.
By the way, just a minor thing, I only just thought of it there. I am presuming Verity is also gone.
Verity?
Yeah, because it was
Oh.
tied to Mr.
So,
Ronkin.
the
Yes,
bear
it
of
is.
many hugs
Oh,
got
okay,
left with
no.
with the
Yeah.
Strong
The
Key.
bear of many hugs would be on the battlefield.
It was?
We took Verity with us.
No,
we
because
didn't.
here's
No,
the
we
thing.
left it.
Verity
Oh.
was left with Mr. Oinky. So,
Yeah, you would have found it on the
Yeah.
scaffold.
okay, so it was actually there, okay.
Yeah. A bit
Interesting.
damaged, but it was there.
Were there any charges missing from it?
Yes, one.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Alright. So, I am going to cast Sending.
So the first sending you
I-
cast on Koda.
Yes. What I'm going to send to Koda is...
Hello, two to go. We're in the town to the east. where are you at? Are the horses and Mr. Oinky alright? Is that the end of it? Can I say more, or is...
Yeah, it kind of ends at that point. The response you get is not immediate, but it does come.
Okay.
Alright, hold on. I need to do Koda's voice.
Yeah, go for it. Go. Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Smoke a 20. Smoke a 20.
I mean, he doesn't sound like that anymore, though.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm somewhere stone. There's still a window. I saw Oinky. I saw the horses. I don't know where I am. I am bound with shackles and under a strange light.
Ooh. Okay. I can start like patting everyone. It's like, okay. So, Toothy spoke back into my head. He says he's in what sounds like a jail. I recognise that because I've been with myself. He's bound up. He saw Mr. Oinky. He saw the horses. He can see like a window, but he can't really see out of it. He doesn't know where he is. He didn't say how he got there, so I presume he got like knocked out and then woke up there. But he's in a jail somewhere.
Let me try some. And he is going to identify the what signal? What is it? Emblem.
Okay.
Does it have any magical properties?
No, not really.
Nothing.
Not really. It is an emblem.
It's just that and the note.
It is a memento of recognition that the Triad leaves behind. Now for the sending on Mr. Oinky. What do you say to Mr. Oinky?
Oh, no, hang on. I did not initially say. Mainly because basically Mr. Goinky couldn't respond is the major problem there. Gonna turn to Trust and Kiki. Okay, so he's in a prison. What should I say to him, like, to try and like figure out where he is? Because I can do it again, I think. Maybe? I don't know.
I mean,
Should-
I would.
Should I ask him like if maybe he can like do that thing where he like turns into a lizard or something and then crawl out?
That's what I was thinking as well, but he was saying he was under a strange light.
Yeah. You said there was this weird light there. Like, I presume that was like a candle, or maybe like what you did, where you made it the day in the cave, before.
I've heard. I don't know much of this kind of magic, but I've heard of magic that would keep something from turning.
Oh, so you can't do that thing where he turns into animals, no?
I think so. Because they know what he is.
Yeah, they know what you can do. That probably also means you can't like do that thing where you see stuff really far away, or like make storms happen.
I don't know.
Unless you guys want to do anything else, I think we can call the session here.
I think for now, yeah. I think I'll
Yeah.
hold on to the second, third level spell slot and see if I can think of anything else to do with it.
So much was done.
Happened today.
I have a
And
question.
it all happened whilst I was away.
Oh
What
my
time of
God.
day is it?
Now, evening. Around 5.
yeah.
Because you're eating lunch.
So after we've like finished eating, Kiki's like, I'm going to send another letter to my brothers, and I will be back.
Okay.
Okay.
You can
Go on,
stay
go on.
here. It's not going to take.
Cool.
You.
Just gonna go find a post office, send a letter. Like it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you the context of it like after the session.
Sure thing. In the meantime, this has been the session for today. Lots of screaming I'm gonna be hearing from everyone. And I also noticed that halfway through I was recording the episode in Streamlabs, but apparently it stopped after 2 hours, so I'm gonna be having fun downloading the remaining from Twitch.
Go grab it, bud. Go grab
to
it
just
before Twitch rips it.
Yeah, to Frankenstein it together. So, hopefully the recorded part is, on my end, is going to be not choppy. To be better quality on YouTube. But this has been the session for today. Session 18. We've been doing this for a year. The number is so small. Thank you for staying with us, those who did. And until next time, here's hoping.
Catch you later.
See ya.